All right, we back. Another wonderful episode of Club 520. I'm your host. My name is DJ Wells. To my far left, I got my brother B Hen. To the right, my dog, Jeff Teague. And we got a special guest with us, you know what I'm saying? First time visitor. I got to go ahead and let Teague throw the intro to the special man to my left.
For sure. Got a teammate of mine, a Georgia legend, Atlanta legend.
Talk about it.
Slam dunk champion, defensive player, should have been of the year, but made all defensive team. Oak Hill legend.
Damn.
List goes on. Atlanta legend, all that. My dog, Josh Smith, welcome to the pod.
What it do, my dog?
Oh, for sure.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, for sure.
Right,
Appreciate
we
you
happy
coming.
to have you, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you sliding through on us before we get into the episode, you know what I'm saying? We got to start off with a fried-ass question, you know what I'm saying? That's how you get everything going. This is where your sponsor, this is where you can put your name with all these tequila bottles and a little bit of Douce. If you want to fuck with us, this is the time where you can get your shit right before we get started. But back to the question. And this is honestly kind of for both of y'all, but I'm going to start with you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both was in the league, and y'all was in the league where the times, you know, it's a little bit more physical than it is today. If it was one person in the league you could have swung on, who would you have picked? Like hands-free, hockey style, ain't no suspensions, just go to the press box. Who was one motherfucker that got under your skin, you was just like, I got an uppercut for him out the gate? Is that a tough one?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Teague, who was,
I
know who I want to say for Jeff, but I can't say.
I ain't want to fight nobody.
I know you wanted to push.
I push Rubio. All right, we get that.
That's my favorite Jeff clip of all time.
man.
I don't
Very
care.
cool, but that was it.
Yeah.
Nah, Smooth probably wanted to punch a coach.
Yeah. Hey, we can ask that question too.
He probably would punch
Everybody
a
in the
coach.
NBA is up for grabs.
Oh, man.
Coach, towel boy,
Referees.
ref.
Hey, swinging on a towel boy is crazy. Niggas gonna try to split up and he catch an uppercut, bro.
Oh,
Adam Silver
man.
would send niggas to hell for that, bro.
Nah, for sure.
Had to start off the way. Hey, man, appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, sliding through on us. 13-year vet, you know what I'm saying. We got to start from the beginning, though. Like, what got you into even playing basketball? Like, what was your origin with that? Somebody put the ball in your hands and you just start fucking with it?
For sure, my dad. You know, he was a hood legend back in Atlanta. He played for Ben Hill back in the day, and he played for the men's league. And me growing up, watching him play, admiring his game, and that's where I grew to love it. And then, you know, once I was able to kind of get on the court, it was kind of like it took off from there when I was like 11 years old.
How tall was you when you was 11? Like, did you catch a growth spurt later? You was always, you know what I'm saying, hella more size than everybody else.
Maybe like I think my biggest growth spurt was my 8th grade year going to my 9th grade year. I was like 5'10", and I went to 6'5".
Damn.
Yeah, that summer, my knees was hurting.
Damn. Shout out to the parents who had to feed you.
Man,
Yeah, for
shout out to them shoes.
Man, shoes, everything, clothes.
Woo.
Yeah, it was crazy. That summer was
Hell
crazy.
of a spurt.
Yeah,
That's tough, bro.
I ain't get that
was
spurt.
one.
What year did you join the Celtics?
When I was 14
Damn.
years old, that's when me, Dwight Howard, and Randolph Morris, that's when we came together.
So y'all was the first three to get it going.
That was like the foundation of the team.
Okay.
And then, you know, we had guards that came and left. But that was like, for the most part, that was the team that kind of like, that was the foundation of the team.
Yeah, I always hear about y'all 03 team. It was you, Randolph, Dwight, Mike Mercer,
Yeah, that
Shout
was
out to
him.
Mike
Yeah,
Mercer.
Brandon Rush. Now, what would you
Damn, I forgot about B. Rush.
Yeah.
would you compare? Well, not really compare. Who would you take? Would you take that 03 Atlanta Celtics team or that 03 Oak Hill squad?
Because y'all had some hitters on that team,
Because who
too.
was your PG with Oak Hill?
Rondo.
Rondo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's my best friend.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that's my best friend. So, man,
That's crazy.
golly, we won big time. What was Adidas AAU Nationals back then?
Yeah.
That summer. Then we won a national title when I went to Oak Hill.
Okay.
So,
Who was all on your Oak Hill squad?
man, it was Casey Rivers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Hard.
shooter.
Went to Clemson, right?
Yeah,
Burner.
went to
Yeah.
Clemson
He
Burner.
gave us
Yeah,
buckets in college.
Yeah, he can shoot though. But he was our shooter. We had a guy named Brian Johnson. His story was sad because it was, you know, we played the whole season, and during layup line, He go up for a dunk, tears ACL
Damn.
in the layup line, and then he kind of had like knee problems throughout. Then a guy named Deshaun Wright, Aaron came off the bench. We had a good team, but that Oak Hill team was probably. that Celtics team probably would have
too dominant.
All right,
It was
let's
too
get
dominant. We
let's
had the
get to the
number one
real
nation.
question. Though,
Talk
'cause
about
it's
it.
a debate around here, and that we just gonna keep it real. We got a team that's legendary.
Oh, you talking
We
about your
got
team?
we got Greg
You talking
Oden.
about your team?
Nah, this ain't my team. I would know this. It's Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, Daquan Cook, Eric Gordon, and Mike Conley. They said that team could beat your Celtics team.
I don't think so.
Ooh,
Damn.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. You said Greg Oden, right?
Yup.
And
Yes, sir.
who was the 4?
Josh
Josh
McRoberts.
McRoberts. He wanted to smoke with you anyway.
But I wasn't the 4 though. I
Oh,
played
you
the 3.
played the 3.
So you got to deal with Dwight Howard. Greg
Randolph.
Oden got to deal with Dwight. Dwight was more agile. He's more athletic, I think.
Ooh, before Greg got hurt.
Ooh.
Like think about it. Think about
The White's crazy.
think about when
Facts.
think about before Greg got hurt, what he was doing in the league, right? And think about before Dwight got hurt, what he was doing.
Oh
in the
no,
league.
it was
Big
was-
Yeah,
difference.
a little different.
See what I'm saying?
Big
so
gap.
so it's
Yeah.
like the athleticism, you know what I'm saying? Like he was killing. He was killing in Orlando. They
No,
they
he
went to the
was-
finals.
No, no.
Nah, he was
Yeah,
white.
so-
You know we know
yeah,
Dwight.
yeah, right. So exactly right.
Nigga, they had the biggest deficit ever on us.
So we gon'
Man,
so Dwight wins that battle. Who you got for Randolph and Josh?
I don't know if he win it like that in high school. though.
It's close.
I think
Greg was different in high school.
Dwight was number. Well, they both was number 1 in their class.
yeah.
So
right?
we can wash them.
So what about?
Let's go Josh McRoberts and Randolph.
Josh was number 1 in his class.
He was. Randolph was a
So
bull
who,
down there.
Hold on. So, Josh and Greg are not in the same
Nah,
class.
Josh
Nah, a year
older than
apart.
Greg. Yeah.
So who's younger?
Greg.
Greg's younger.
See, Greg would have got boned, dog. Dwight would have boned him, dog. Really, dog. A senior Dwight, dog. He was nasty,
Yeah, he was
bro.
probably too big.
He was nasty, bro.
Greg
You
was
cuss,
nasty, though.
you cuss him out one good time, dog. It's over with. It's game over. He drop stepping, throwing elbows, dunking, trashing, blocking shots. Then
No, he was different.
Then
I used to
you
watch
got-
y'all
you got
niggas on
Randolph.
Rivals, bro.
Randolph was playing kind of like a Tim Duncan too, like a Tim Duncan-ish, more
boy
finesse,
ran.
more finesse, big.
Swear to God, he was
And you know,
hard.
no disrespect, to Josh, but we from the South, dog. So
We keep it clean, yeah. Let's keep it clean.
you know
yeah.
what I mean? We gonna dog that. We go
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because you know.
Yeah.
what I'm
He
saying?
know
Like,
if
it
you
was-
see a
but
white
we
dude
gonna
on the
try,
court,
you
we
know
going
what I'm
at
saying?
him.
Yeah, we gonna try. You know what I'm saying?
You
Just
got
like I got a friend. I got a friend that just moved from Portland to Atlanta, and one of my good friends, I met him when I was playing with Houston, and he's a white dude. But his son is 13, like my son. And I'm like, look, dog, like you in the South now, bro. Like they gonna see you, and they like,
It's
nah.
food.
Hey, flat, 1-4 flat, like flat. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care if they could be average, bro. They gonna attack you. He like, okay, like thinking it's just a game. And
Nah, it's
then
a target, my boy.
we get out there and they at him. Everybody. I'm like, wait, come on over here and
Nah,
sit down.
nah,
Come
that's-
on over here
and
sit
that's
down
how it go.
And figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Figure out the way of life down here.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
a fact.
maybe we can see what's going on.
Cause I got y'all.
Nah, I don't.
I got y'all, but I swear to God, that motherfucker Josh McRoberts
He was nasty.
was an issue.
Yeah, he was nice.
6'10",
Because he was active, though, right?
7'1". Boy, he was throwing that
Yeah.
bitch off the glass.
And he was pushing the transition, too.
He was a
Older.
number 1 player, nigga, with Gerald Green in that 05 class.
Yeah.
All them niggas.
Shout out to Gerald Green.
So, and then, I mean, your shit, of course. You
who was that
versus...
three? Daquan and him?
They, oh, it's
Yeah,
Christmas.
he
He's too little. He's too little.
Yeah.
But we-
he's too little.
But
dog.
but we
It's done.
spreading it
I
out.
played-
We shooting
I'm
threes.
playing, yeah, but we move it. We
Y'all
shrink the
niggas-
paint, dog, because everybody can move. We shrink
Nah,
the paint.
y'all-
Everybody
They was
moving.
damn near
we had,
Georgetown
like,
with you
Dwayne
and the
Day.
Nah, they were off the charts.
That
but
front court is retarded.
Retarded.
Best front court
See,
in
you-
ever
AAU history.
history.
You
I'll
had-
give you
Easy.
that.
We had like a Cliff Clint scale. He was our point guard from New York, but he was more so of a like get everybody in the flow of the things, and he was more scrappy. He from New York.
Yeah,
So he
Mike
would've
was gonna
just-
have his way with him.
He would have gave him fits as far as
Mike was gonna have
defensively.
his way with him.
Mike was,
Like,
bro, but
as
you
far
gotta
as
think.
defensively, he would have probably just got up under him. I'm not saying like as far as like he probably would have outscored him because that wasn't his job. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, y'all had too much going on.
But that's what I'm saying.
Y'all
These
had
niggas,
B-Rush
this is
too.
B-Rush. These niggas had Javaris Critton.
Oh yeah,
They did.
Yep,
Critton didn't.
He
I'm
was
sorry.
young.
I'm
He
gonna get your
was
name
young, too.
right. He was nasty. He was 6'4",
He was
6'5".
making them great. Yeah, I played against Javaris.
Bro, they was deep.
But also,
they nasty.
Did Rondo ever run with y'all?
Nah, we
that would have been cheating.
It was we got Brandon Rush for a couple. They was hating on us though. They put the
should.
rule in. It was like, nah,
Fucking cheaters.
you can't have him play. We were so salty about that one, but it was a good.
Because I didn't even know Mike Mercer played with y'all. I thought he always just played with the Georgia Stars with Lou.
Yeah.
Like, but we got him though. Yeah, we got him like the last year of our. He was he was younger than us, so but that helped him out though. They helped him out big though. Like they put him on a different stage, and he I think he went to Georgia.
Yep, he did.
Yeah, but he's a good dude though. I still talk to him.
Shout out to Mike. He went to USF
shout
after
out
that.
to him. Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I don't know, man. EJ would have been
It would
tough
have been
too.
a close game though. It would have been a close game though. I think
Eric was gone.
I think we would have probably
Eric
won.
different.
He was.
I think we would have probably won.
Y'all
though.
probably would have got him because you and Dwight,
Too
the way y'all
big,
played.
Y'all too big.
It was like we was more defensive oriented
Yeah.
team too though. So
Yeah.
we
Just to see
thrived
how
on
y'all play defense in the league, I can't. Y'all,
Yeah.
them two niggas blocking
Nah,
shots.
for real, bro.
like, it's
Yeah,
like- and
I'm gonna
then-
give it to y'all.
Ain't nobody driving on them.
Nah,
It's a wrap.
Shout out to the Indy Heat team though. We gonna rep for sure.
That's a good team though, right there
Yeah.
though. That's
Yeah, shit. Both of y'all had all NBA players. Like
Yeah,
that.
that's
You
crazy.
had
had a
star
good. What was your AU team though?
Oh, we was nothing to be talking
I
about.
just told you. You had one though, right?
Nah,
that
we
Kevin?
was my team. Nah. My year Indy Heat.
Nah, they
We
was.
Shout out
made
to
the
the
big time
boys.
Final Four, but we ain't.
Yeah, bro, that's big, bro. Shout
Yeah,
out to
but we
Phil.
ain't-
Shout out to
But
Tommy.
you was killing though.
I was killing.
That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to Phil Freeman.
I was killing shit. We ain't had nobody
Did your
else.
thing, brother.
I mean, we ain't had nobody else that went to like a big time college or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But we was just a good team.
So shit, how did you get to Oak Hill? Like, what's that conversation like? How was you recruited with that? Because I imagine, you know what I'm saying, you talking about your AU team in the city. Like, y'all had the hitters already down there. How was it for you to leave home? You know what I'm saying? Because now we old enough to see how Oak Hill is like damn near like a mini college. Like, how was that for you mentally to get prepared to just like go on campus and hoop?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was kind of funny. Like back in the day, like the AAU circuit would beef with the head coaches for the high school teams. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't talk to each other and stuff like that. They wasn't on the same page. And now it's different. You know what I'm saying? But am I right?
Nah.
So like I had like an old white coach. He was like an old fashioned coach when I went to McEachern High School. And I was on he was like, man, you got to play on the block. But then I had just cracked the top 5 in the country in my class.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not finna just sit my ass on the block and be like, hey, drop step, prototypical big type shit. Like, and then I had a point guard who was younger. He was younger. He was like a sophomore, so he'll just, if you see pressure, he advancing the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, hell, you take the shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Scared,
I'm taking it like, I'm like, I might break the play off, boom, boom, but I'm scoring. You know what I'm saying? And I had another dude on my team, Morris Allman. He played in the league
Buckets.
too. Yeah, he played in the league too. Went to
know
Rice
that is.
University. Yeah, but
He got buckets.
he was a year ahead of me. He was like a senior and I was a junior. And the coach was doing all kind of just janky stuff. Like I would like go in the weight room, but I'd be finessing the weight room coach, like, you know what I'm saying? Because that was like the football team. So they like squats, bench press, maxing out deadlifts, you know what I'm saying? So like when I'm going in, like so like early on in the year, like what would be good is like he would pull me out and show me like, hey man, I don't want you shooting no more threes. Like you shooting too many threes, like the threes. So I'm like, dog, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is part of my game. I'm trying to like talk to him about like what's going on. He's like, man. So then like after a while, I just try to like, I'll be like, hey man, Coach Westerfield want me. Like whenever we go get doing like the squats and stuff like that, I lied to the coaches like, hey man, Coach Westerfield want me. So I'll go in there, and I used to go back there to the back by the locker room, so he wouldn't be back there. So I like be back there behind his desk and shit, like pulling like I pulled like a little file, like a cabinet out. So it was like long as like with my like mail in there with like letters of colleges, with my name on it. You know what I'm saying? So like he
Yeah.
was not, he wasn't
he
giving
wasn't.
he wasn't giving me my mail,
That's
dog.
crazy.
And it was like you could name the college. They was in there.
They was
You
on
know what I'm
your
saying?
ass.
So
Crazy.
I'm like, damn, like they already sending it to my house. I'm like, why the hell you ain't giving my damn mail?
You had a bad relationship?
Like, I mean, because we didn't have a bad relationship. The only reason why we had a bad relationship because he wanted me to do something that I wasn't gonna jeopardize my future
Right.
To make you happy.
for his traditional needs.
That's
You
real.
understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say like we had a bad relationship. We just we weren't on the same page.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it got to the point where like I never questioned him about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was like you know how it is back in the day. Like when you sought after, like they gonna call your parents, they gonna blow your phone up, they gonna find out what your address is, they gonna send you letters. Probably even to this day, they probably do the same thing when it comes to recruiting. But we had a conversation one day. He was like, Josh, I'm telling you, if you shoot one more three, I'm gonna sit you down. And we had just beat Wheeler. Like Wheeler was like our main competition. And they was number one in the state. We just upsetted them. They powerhouse, you know what I'm saying, down there. Down there in Atlanta. They got the number one player in the nation, Isaiah Collier.
He's hard.
Yeah, he's cold, going to USC, yeah.
Tough.
So they still
sir.
to this day continue that tradition. So we just beat them. So we playing a bad team in our region. And I shoot a three, pull me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hot, dog. Like so I'm just sitting on the bench, and he takes Morris Allman out, right? So he's like, Morris like, man, coach, you got to put us back in. You got to put one of us back in. You got to put one of us back in. I said, don't tell him nothing. He can't coach anyways.
Oh shit.
So like he was like, what did you say to me? So his face got red.
He was waiting on that, bro.
Sit on the end of the bench.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I get up, sit on the end of the bench. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching the game. It's like we about to lose. You know what I'm saying? So he put me back in, and he was like, we end up winning. So we in the locker room. And he was like, if you ever talk to me like that again, you'll never put on the McKeach. I just exploded. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, fuck this school. I can't. I'm like, you know, like back in the day, like, you know, when you
start
mad,
crying.
you did tears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this school, like how you had his jersey. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, when I get out of the locker room, my dad see me crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? So my dad was like, what's going on? I was like, man. So I tell him what's going on, and we both drive. He drives me to the campus, and he sit there and have a conversation. I don't know. I come in, and then they have a conversation. I leave, and he have another. He talked to him for a little bit, but then after a while, he was just like, he came out. He was like, don't say nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Just finish the season out strong, and I'm gonna find you somewhere else to go. You know what I'm saying? So
That's hard.
he called my AAU coach, rest in peace, Coach Prather.
Yeah.
He called him, and Coach Prather called Steve Smith and was like, he put my dad on the phone. My dad was like, hey, man, I got a player for you. So he was like, oh, you know, what's the player name? So he told him my name. He was like, oh, I ain't never heard of him. He said, you a damn lie. You know you heard of it. You heard of with Josh Smith, top dude in the class. Your chance about like, you know, he kind of checked him a little bit. And then he was like, let's just bring your ass up to Bob Gibbons. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see him for the first time. So he came to Bob Gibbons, and he was like, all right, cool, shit. Yeah, hell yeah, I want his ass.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
want his ass. Hell yeah, I want him. So that's how I got up there. But when I got up there, we was dry. I had missed probably like 2 weeks of my senior year already because it started like in September.
Mm-hmm.
And in Atlanta, you start in August.
Yeah.
Like early August, you start school in August. So I get up there and I'm smelling like skunk. I'm driving with my dad. I'm like, man, what the hell is that smell, Dad? It smell like shit. What is that smell, Dad? He like, that skunk, son, because he from the country down there in Georgia. I say, hey, man, turn this bitch around, man. Turn this thing around, man. Get me out of here, man. He was like, nah, man, you can't go back. You got to, you like, shit, it's over with. Like, you got to, this the school you going to. So I was just like, shit, I had to get mentally focused. I'm like, man, I'm going to be up here for like 7 months without seeing my siblings and my mom and dad and stuff like that. So it was good for my progression for what I was doing, for what I had my mindset out to do.
And that's crazy because, like, obviously, if you don't know where Oak Hill is, you can tell them it's nothing where Oak Hill is but Oak Hill.
Facts. The middle of nowhere. Probably the mall we used to get dressed up for was Winston-Salem. We used to go down there to Wake Forest, down there by Wake Forest. We used to put our best gear on, dog, and go down there, dog. It's about an hour and a half away.
Oh, damn.
And we used to, it's about about an hour and a half. Like you said, it's mouth of Wilson, Virginia. It's the middle of nowhere. But if you want to like get your child mentally focused and block out all this internet, Instagram fame stuff, that's still probably the best school to take them to. Like, you know, you still got, even I went to because my kids are young. I mean, they're older now, so I venture off in the AAU stuff, and one of my younger kids play football too, at a high level. He plays on the battle circuit, so their national championship down there in Florida. So they had a tournament at IMG, and I'm like, man, it's a mega campus, but it's like you could get super distracted too. You know what I'm saying? I can see where it can be a distraction. So I'm like, man, Oak Hill, like if you really want to lock in and really like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, and you want to get your kid to like a mature level, state of mind, that's a really good school.
And especially nowadays, you know what I'm saying? You got the NIL money coming in, boys is getting paid.
Facts.
You obviously coming straight out of high school. We're going to get to that shortly, but how you feel about that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you had some perks being a top player, but like now you can make $7 million as a sophomore.
Facts.
That shit crazy.
Facts. I mean, like I think we was talking about that before the podcast, not about the NIL stuff, but about how people can finesse their rankings by the way they can manipulate social media.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's plenty of times where a kid or a parent or somebody I know will be like, hey, man, this kid wants to play for your team, and he sends me a couple clips of the kid making shots, and then I see him, and he's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, stand on that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to the, you know what I'm saying, to the kids that I've seen, but it's really the disrespect to the people that sent me some of those videos.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna say all of them, you know what I'm saying, are not good, but it's like, now I'm at a point where, like, I don't want to see no more videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see no more videos of nobody. Like, let me see what he looked like on a 5-on-5 setting.
Yeah.
And now, and it's like nowadays these kids can pump fake you, and it's like I'm older now, so like I'm like, damn, I see how these GMs can get fucking fooled. You know what I'm saying? They can get tricked because I literally got 2 kids. I mean, like I got kids and like on my teams, and it's some kids that can work out, like as far as the workout cones and stuff. They will kill it, make the shots, and you know what I'm saying. And I got a kid that might look like some trash in that shit, but when they play 5-on-5, they will wear that shit out. You know what I'm saying? They will wear the cone nigga. They will wear the cone kid out all day long.
That's a good segue because you for sure wasn't no drill nigga.
No, absolutely.
Hell this my man.
No, for sure. Hey, man, look, man, Josh Childress kicked my ass in Atlanta. He kicked my ass. When it came to, like, the shooting and that man was going 9 for 10, 10 for 10. I was like 6 for 10, 7 for 10.
Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to Josh.
Pro legend.
You know, but that was one of the main reasons why he got picked 6 and I got picked 17. But when we were playing 2-on-2, I dominated it. Yeah. But it was as far as like shooting and dribbling skills, I didn't have none of that going on. I ain't gonna say a lot because I didn't have no trainers helping me. Like, you know, it was probably like a 6 month thing with John Lucas. He was trying to help me a little bit. He trying to polish it up a little bit.
If that fuck ass high school coach would have let you cook,
oh man,
that's what I be saying too about, like, we have that problem here, bro.
Right,
like where kids, are forced to motherfucker be Alonzo Mourning, and I feel like coaches only coach for the moment. They don't coach for these kids' future.
Yeah, they want to
So
coach
I mean,
for the
your
right.
coach was just like he's trying to win right now,
boxing. He
not
was
thinking
boxing
like
in.
this nigga Jay is really a small forward. Let him dribble that bitch between the legs and go out of bounds. This is my best player. You know what I mean? I think you got to let kids play through mistakes because a lot of these kids, motherfuckers that we know, I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but my motherfuckers is 6'4" centers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then when they get to college, they get a rude awakening, and it's a motherfucker 6'12".
Yeah, facts.
Playing the
And then,
three.
nigga, now you really gotta play the one now.
Right.
And shit's spooky. Your
Right.
left hand is gaga. Now your mama and them, they mad. They done sent you to this big school when your ass should have went to motherfucking
Last chance
where
you.
Gilly and them went to. I don't know, bro. That shit just be having me so mad, man, where these kids get gas. And it just goes back to what you were saying, how you can finesse a motherfucker on a really mixtape or because we got some people here where I'll be like, man, he ain't like that.
Man, I ain't gonna say a lot to you. I mean, no, like, just like these colleges that have all these young kids and they losing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got all these McDonald's All-Americans. How to like, dog? That shit's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if they young or not, bro.
Talk about it.
Y'all are McDonald's All-Americans, bro. That's the pressure behind that having that tag on you.
Yeah.
You got to produce at the next level, especially if you a number one player in the nation. You supposed to be trashing that shit. Cause I know Kevin Durant did it.
That's a fact.
I know
about
Michael
it.
Beasley did it.
That's a fact.
They trashed college basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when they came into it.
That's a fact.
that shit might have stopped at Anthony Davis.
But Anthony, no, you got to think about Anthony Davis played what 2 years though, right?
Nah,
he
he
played
one.
Oh, I thought he played.
I'm
Okay,
talking
yeah, I'm
about
thinking about somebody else. Yeah,
Freshmen that coming in and dominated.
fact.
Nah,
That-
not Zion.
Zion dominated.
But
He did.
He did.
He did.
And RJ.
He did.
Because they was both toss up. They both killed. But since then, nah.
I ain't like RJ.
I didn't either. He shot too much.
Yeah,
he
he was-
shot every time.
He did.
But shit, he averaged 20.
That's DJ though. DJ shoot you. He'll shoot that bitch every time. Too.
Fuck it, get it.
All right, so
Why are we at Duke for? Well, I mean, what we talking about? Hey, that's like we at Pike. Jeff is that nigga. He supposed to pass the ball? No, nigga.
He was going crazy
Nah,
at
but
Wake
you
Forest.
right though, bro. I don't really know what the disconnect is. I don't know if is it because
Disconnect is the NIL?
How much money you think you would have got coming out of high school?
Come on,
NIL.
man.
Especially in the Hoke Hill.
First of all, my parents are Christian, so I wouldn't even had no social media.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I probably would still been getting. I don't know. I have no idea. They probably would have had to. I probably would have had somebody running my Instagram if my parents would have knew I would have got that much money.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have seen the Instagram, but
As long as you see that check, though.
man, probably about like you said, a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause
Y'all
I was
niggas
top
was
3
big,
in my
bro.
class, and you like.
Y'all was so famous.
y'all was famous to
Like,
the
for real.
rich.
But whatchamacallit was I think Zion was the first one to crack the internet when it came to high school players being famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
he
he
had
had,
a million followers.
and like you said, he had the perfect marriage. He had the elite footage with the elite game.
Exactly.
He was one of the few who had that all them crazy ass highlights, and he was
when
still
you
wrecking
seen
shit.
it, and when you seen it, he was still doing it in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah.
Facts.
Easy.
Right.
Still doing it.
Right. That's
He
facts.
crazy.
He's a monster.
But y'all was like that though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the shit I seen you do.
Man.
Like if they had internet like that.
Man, you can't even the highlight tapes you see at mine, you be like, is that him?
bro, we
VHS.
It's blurred up though, like it's like is that the
bro,
white? or
we
is that
used to
that?
watch
You
y'all
can't-
on Rivals.com.
you can't see it.
My
bro.
shit blurry and he
Quality
older
so
than me.
terrible.
Right.
The quality so like you gotta see our Oak Hill mixtape, dog.
Oh,
That junk is so blurry, dog. I'm like,
Man.
damn, dog. I'm
But
like,
the shit y'all was doing, if they would have had that on video like they do now,
Yeah.
oh man,
bro,
Bro.
I seen one where Rondo caught one.
oh man,
He threw Rondo the lob. He dunked it.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, they was wild.
yeah,
Clowning.
we was clowning at Oak Hill.
Man.
Because
That's-
Lou Williams shit is retarded. His
Oh, yeah.
Georgia
Oh, my
All-Stars
gosh.
tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, elite.
That
Bro, I
game-
swear to
that
God.
game when he had against Monte Ellis, that was elite too.
Damn.
Man.
Shout out to Monte
Yeah,
Ellis,
yeah,
man.
Monte
If
Ellis.
they
Shout
would
out
have
to
had that on film,
Man,
come on.
Special.
But shit, you know what I'm saying? You do your thing at Oak Hill, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to start thinking about post-high school. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a school in Indiana that, you know what I'm saying, we thought you was going to attend. You know what I'm saying?
Broke our heart, man.
How did that go? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Legendary IU stories.
That was the only school I visited.
Damn.
I think when that was when I met Mike Davis. It was
MDZ.
so like I was going to Georgia, but
Damn.
with Jim Herrick, but then that thing happened with Cole when he told about the test, the basketball test. Yeah, he threw the salt on it. Yeah, so, but he was the one messing up. He was the one messing up at school and they was taking care of his mama's bills and all that stuff, and then you do that, and then now what's
hot.
going on?
We was talking about Charleston before,
You
but
know what I mean?
golly.
So-
He might have been the first one because he fucked up a lot of people.
Who did? Who?
Buddy.
I'm telling you, he did.
Bruh.
He did, bro. And he really fucked up the Georgia basketball everything.
Yeah.
Like it's
never-
done.
I
Like
never knew his
look,
name.
it's trash.
Yeah, he fucked
Like
up.
it's bad right now. It might be rebuilding, hopefully, with this new coach that we have, but.
Shit.
But
Yeah,
who
Edwards,
like
that was
who,
it.
who know like that's what I'm saying. But I was able to try to convince him to go there.
Yeah.
Damn.
'Cause I was,
Word?
yeah. He was one of my young kids when I met him at the
That's hard.
at the top 100 camp. He was staying with me for like a couple of weeks his senior year in high school.
That's hard.
That's
And
hard.
I was mentoring him for a little bit, and then I kind of threw that Georgia in his ear because he was committed to Florida State. Sorry, Florida State fans. But, I was being a
Sucks
little
to suck.
biased though. I wanted to be. He was a trailblazer. Went to Georgia and was a #1 pick. That's crazy.
That's his man. So he been big on Anthony Edwards very early. I ain't gonna hold you.
Real one. Yeah, real one, man. Yeah, that's
Nah,
what's got.
Understood though, gotta be
Yeah, that's
explained.
What's crazy, I was thinking that because when I met you, all you talked about was Georgia.
Yeah,
Georgia football, Georgia
that's-
everything. And I'm like, how
Yeah.
the hell was he going to Indiana?
Yeah, because but then that's what happened. So I left it all open. So everybody started coming to my schools. To my school my junior year.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, like all the head coaches from each school was coming, and then Mike Davis came, and I just what I'm saying, I was like, okay, I'm rocking with this dude.
Yeah.
Like,
He
yeah,
came with
was-
that nice bag. I know
Nah,
how they
he
get-
really wasn't even. My dad was the bag was coming anyway.
That's
You
a
know what I'm
for
saying? So
Talk about it.
I don't like. My dad was just sitting back like, you can go to whatever college you want to go to.
We
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
I got recruited by IU. I know how they get.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out
he
to
was.
the
Who's yours?
Nah, so
Shout out to Kelvin Sampson.
nah, but
Facts.
see, that's the only good thing about NIL. You
You
ain't
don't
gotta
gotta
hide it
do
no
all
more.
that
shit.
You ain't gotta
Yeah.
hide it no more. That's the
Nah.
only good thing.
That's a fact.
But it was nothing like that brown paper bag, was it?
For sure.
That's crazy.
Y'all have been nice too, cause y'all would have
we
had
Robert Vaden.
Shout out to
yeah.
Rob.
Shout out to my dog.
Mike
Nigga.
Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
The biggest.
AJ Ratliff.
Oh man, AJ.
Bracy Wright
Yo.
Hey,
was
I just
already
found
there. He was, and then who was the
Got big, though.
DJ White?
DJ White was
DJ
there.
White. Yeah.
Hey, I just found out recently on the Knuckleheads podcast that Bracy Wright was supposed to go to Duke instead of JJ.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they was
Oh, I
going, they
didn't
was
know
recruiting
that.
him over. Like whoever committed first was gonna go there. I thought that shit was crazy.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But if y'all had that squad, they was gonna be crazy.
Shit life.
They was gonna change with
Yeah.
you, bro. They needed that.
Yeah.
See, and that's why
I
I
wanted to go, man.
I never fucked with. Like I said, I've been following you for a minute
Yeah.
though, but I never fuck IU, Purdue, all that shit. I don't fuck with all that shit.
Nigga had all the state
But
schools.
I was like, man, they about to get a nigga. I need a jersey.
Because we had Jerry
Fine.
Jones.
But but this how I went though. I called my dad. It was like January.
Yeah.
I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was called my dad. I was super excited. I just passed my ACT.
Damn.
So I'm calling with like super excitement. Dad, I qualified, man. I get to go to college. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Because I had took my final visits already in like November or something like that. I had Midnight Madness. I had went there and we was all there. And Jeff Newton, shout out to Jeff Newton, and AJ Moye was there. Shout out to him too. He was they took
don't
us
hate me
around
here.
campus. They took us around campus and stuff like that. And then I was like, man, we said I'm going to Indiana next year. We going to Indiana. He was like, man, congratulations, son. You know, he was like, but you know, you projected to go 1 through 20. He said, we ain't going anywhere. So shit, he was
Shout out
like,
to
so,
Pops.
Shout out to Pops.
yeah, he was like, so get that mindset out your mind, and
you gotta
go
know
on,
it's Pops,
lift you
though.
some more weights, lift you some more weights.
Yeah.
Stop bullshitting in the weight room.
It's time.
We're playing that 5 cabinet, getting the weight done.
He was like, it's time to be on some grown man shit. So I was like, I said, damn. I said, okay. He said, yeah, you see all them shoes you been getting, them Reeboks and them Adidas shoes and all them, yeah, they on the line. So shit, don't be bullish, don't fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Yeah.
all right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I can't be no kid no more, dog. I got to lock in.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? I did wanted to go.
Fuck.
But we was unfortunate growing up. We didn't have no money, man.
Gotta make a power play.
My parents was in foreclosure,
yeah.
bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah.
all that
Fuck
stuff was going
Bloomington.
on. Yeah. All that was going on. It was nothing that they could get us to really get out the hole with.
Yeah.
I had to be the one. You know what I'm saying? So
It's a blessing though.
yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I thank God every day.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're going to talk about, you know what I'm saying, your draft process and stuff. Is like, I mean, for both of y'all, you know what I'm saying, come from situations to where, you young, you rich, and your family looking at you like, shit, what's up with it?
Yeah.
That's a different type of pressure that people don't understand. Like, people think, oh, you young, you rich, your life is great. Nah, I'm young, but I'm the opportunity.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
like, now, everything you do is super amplified, and especially, you know what I'm saying, coming straight out of high school, a lot of people don't do that shit. So you had to go through that process squeaky clean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, how was your process, you know what I'm saying? Because I know even with bro, like, they interview people from back to the crib, like background checks to seeing what you did when you was 8 years old, what you ate when you was in second grade. Like,
facts.
how was your process? Like, all right, cool, this is a business now, and now you got to go work out against professionals every day. Like, how's that mindset switch? And how was your drive process? Because, you know what I'm saying, you had a good one, you know what I'm saying, you went first round, and you went to the crib. Like, how was all that for you mentally prepared to go play at the crib?
I mean, shout out to my parents. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are, you know what I mean? Like, now that you see, and you're a part of the AAU circuit now, so you see how these kids can get messed up. It's their parents.
Yeah.
So, I don't care about it. I don't care about how talented the kid is. I recruit the parent. I first see how talented the kid is, then I see the parent, and then I want to engage with the parent, and I'm like, okay, I can rock with the parent. Yeah. And then like most people like to see stability. You know what I'm saying? They like to see households with stable, with like a mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not like that, they like to see great co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? So when it's a little off balance right there, then that's where the disconnect's gonna come in. When those are little things that why kids don't make it. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't make it. And my dad talking to me every day about what was going on and what I need to get my mind ready for coming into the league as a kid, playing against grown men. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you never know what you gonna face until you get there. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, you're confident, you ready. Just like shit, like Jeff. It was like I remember yesterday we was in a playoff game, or it might have been a year after the playoffs, and this is when he was like taking the role of the starting point guard. And he was cooking their ass. He was cooking them in the first half, and he was talking shit like, y'all motherfuckers can't fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he
like him.
So they was looking at Paul Pierce, they were like, who the fuck? They always looking at somebody like that because they want to check you. You know what I'm saying? That was the Celtics team. That was the one that was gonna talk trash to you and look at you, look down on you. But it was what it was. You had to pay homage to those Hall of Famers. But you got to have an attitude of pride and confidence when you make it to that level, like, because once you get on that stage that there was so many people that play basketball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And God gave you the opportunity to be that talented, and then the league blessed you with by selecting you as some of the few that could be able to put one of those jerseys on.
And what's crazy, like you said, you know what I'm saying, you've been a high school phenom. Nowadays, you see so many high school phenoms drink the Kool-Aid way before they ready.
Yeah.
And then that's why you seeing these kids that are making money young, but they fizzling out young. They ain't even getting a chance to get in the league, to get in the rotation, to realize, all right, at some point you do have to play.
Yeah, that's because like you said, some of these kids are getting influenced in these parents. It's like that. What's that? What you talking about, Willis? That little kid.
Yeah.
What's that? Gary Coleman.
Yeah, Gary
Remember that like he started off young and then the parents blew the bag.
Yeah.
He was a grown up and didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? So that's like that can scary be the case for some of these kids nowadays with these NIL deals and then they're getting this money, and once you get the money, you get access to a lot of other things. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
And you know that, right? And we all know that, right? So once you get access to some money, everything opens up for you in your life. And then who's gonna tell you what to do when you're the one is the breadwinner?
Yeah.
Facts.
You have to kind of create. You have to kind of keep that mental blockage of having that tunnel vision on still wanting to make it to the NBA because. Man, $7 million is a lot of money, man.
Sure is.
You know what I'm saying? So, if a kid, I commend it. We haven't seen it yet, but I commend the kid that is making that type of money and still makes it to the NFL or NBA.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
I want to see.
Did
it
a
too.
vet grab a hold of you once you got drafted, and you know what I'm saying? You now the breadwinner of the family and shit. So it's kind of you can't take financial advice from, no disrespect, but you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You'd rather seek it from somebody else who's, you know what I mean, been through it, maybe a couple years. Was there anybody on the team once you got there?
Yeah,
that said,
absolutely.
come here, young nigga, let me get you together.
Antoine Walker.
The best.
Twanky.
That's the best to learn from.
That's a hell of a best.
No, what I'm saying is,
I
what
get
I'm
what you're
saying
saying,
is,
though,
it's the
too,
best
but-
to learn from because somebody that shitted on millions and
Come
millions
on,
of dollars
dog.
can tell you what not to do.
Yeah,
and
but-
tell you about
But he
their
wasn't telling him
mistakes.
what not to do at this time. Cause
but I didn't know.
Because when I met Twan,
Yeah.
he showed me 10,000 in Magic City. So I'm like,
Okay.
damn, that's a lot of money.
See, I was trying to show the nigga some love.
Nah,
and
he
say,
good.
hey,
Nah, he a good dude though.
Yeah.
He's one of the best dudes.
Shout out to him.
He's he took me on this wing.
okay.
And he
Showed you the
it
vibes.
was funny, man, because he never showed me the only place he took me to was Magic City.
See?
But that was it. But it was like he never brought anything around me as far as like no female, nothing, never threw me nothing because they knew I was young. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
It was people in the organization that was trying to introduce me to their daughters when
Wow.
I came. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I was young. You know what I'm saying? I was a teenager. I was still, you know what I'm saying? So
Nah,
they
I
was really
understood.
like, you my
Trying to
daughter
turn you
is,
up.
you know,
Yeah,
they
nah,
was trying to turn them up too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I was already
It
with it.
was-
They was trying to turn them up. You know what I'm saying?
why not? Why not?
So,
Lock it
but I always kept everything professional when it came to basketball because you know what I mean? It was it's so many other ways to do things. You didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to get that thirsty. You know what I'm saying?
Who was the GM when you got drafted?
It was Billy Knight.
You want to know something crazy?
Talk to
Billy
me.
Knight's daughter went to our high school.
Oh, so,
Olivia
she went
Knight.
to Indiana.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That's
one of them.
Olivia
Yeah.
Knight's dad.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you remember how we was getting all them headbands and Nike and NBA
Yeah.
socks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Silly
one of them.
Yeah, silly oop.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, so it
Generational
was-
wealth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he shit, that's funny. But yeah, that was it. That was it. That was one of them. But
Okay.
he was the one who kind of changed the game of basketball too. He was the one that
Swear.
kept drafting
Nah, facts.
6'8" players.
Swear.
Kept drafting 6'8". But it's like, you know, he drafted Josh Childress, then me, then he drafted Marvin Williams, then he drafted
sir.
Sheldon Williams,
Yeah.
then he drafted Sheldon Williams like 6th. But he didn't draft Chris Paul because he was like Chris Paul wasn't bigger than his wife.
That's some real shit, bro.
So then he started
that's
cooking though.
Yeah.
And that's when it was on the line. So that's when he started trying to find people. He was trying to find think he drafted AC Law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I'm
the fourth
saying? He
from
was
Texas
just, he
A&M.
was just trying to
trying to
trying to
replace
get it back.
fucking up for
yeah,
CP.
Yeah, but
yeah.
it was too late because
Too late.
you draft the Sheldon and then you know what I'm saying. Then
that's tough.
When it went I think after that, but then they had kind of fizzled him out. Then it was Rick's son.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it was Rick's
What's
son.
crazy though
he
is
did the right thing. Though,
Billy
Rick's son.
though, he really had the vision for basketball today.
Yeah, he do.
Talk
He
about
do.
it.
If
He do,
the
though.
teams that he put
He's
together,
a visionary. He's
What?
a visionary for
for
sure.
sure.
Like,
The teams that he put
he's a
together back
trendsetter.
then,
Yeah.
them
Because
teams
he was,
would
and
be
then we
great.
we
right
switched
now.
everything. Like that's how we play defense.
That's why they
And that's
hated
how
me.
that's why we was fucking.
That's why them niggas hated me. I was too short. They be like, "Hey, switch." I'm like, "Shit."
Yeah,
what
we,
else?
was trying to, we was switching everything though. I ain't hate him. I was like, shit, come on with it.
Yeah, I mean-
Because I used to beg for a point guard.
Nah, fact.
Like I was like, man, I was like, man, we can't get Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? I love Marvin to death, but I'm like, man, I need a lob or something, man, a little lob or two. You know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
to Marvin.
Man, because I used to run the wing. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
just, you know what I'm saying?
Marvin would
me
give
one
that
of-
bitch up on a break. He's like,
No, you know, Marvin go catch a shoot, do his little thing.
Yeah,
you know, he
yeah.
go give you a little Corey Maggette action. A little hard,
Sure.
right, get him a foul. You know what I'm saying?
that's a fact.
So
But,
yes, you know what I mean. So knock some shots down, but
nah.
man,
Yeah,
Chris
Chris
Paul
Paul.
was
You was ready to
come
run
on,
and
man.
gun. You
That's
was
a
ready to-
generational. That's a generational player, man.
You was ready to Rondo.
Come
Oak
on,
Hill
man.
shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you started off playing
I was
Rondo.
missing it. I was missing it,
Yeah,
man. And I had
bro.
to break players off with Atlanta and stuff
That
like
would
that.
have turned your bag up too, I think.
Man,
too.
I'm telling you, it would have.
Yeah.
because
When
it made it so easy. It made it easy.
When you got Bibby though, he brought
Yeah,
a
but
different look. But he was
did
older.
But he was older.
Yeah,
Then
y'all had a
he
young
didn't
Chris
care
Paul.
about defense.
He-
He was
try to-
so
That was
funny,
my
dog.
bad.
We was like, hey man, goddamn, baby, can you play a little bit?
Yeah.
You play a little bit of something, you know?
Nah, bro.
We playing cards, gambling, talking shit to each other. Like T ain't hearing none of these conversations.
Yeah.
And we like, man, damn, Bibby, damn. You know what I'm saying? I still talk to Bibby today. Like he like
Shout out
he
to
like
Mike Bibby, legend.
We
he
all
said-
love Bibby.
Little Bibby tell me, hey man, listen, man. They didn't bring me in here to wow y'all with my motherfucking defense, man. They brought me here to shoot that thing. He said, Josh, get my back. You know what I'm saying? He said, hey, Josh, you go around me, get my back. Hey, man, I'm sitting there crying, laughing,
Yeah,
dog.
that's crazy.
He one of the best to ever do it.
Man, he's funny.
Legend,
dog.
bro.
He's
Legend.
a
One of
legend,
the
dog.
funniest teammates I ever had in my
He
life.
is, dog.
Was that nigga always big? Did he start getting
No,
big when
dog.
he was with y'all?
When he retired, he started getting big. That
Yeah.
nigga's
He
a
used to do
bodybuilder.
push-ups all day.
Yeah, he used to do them little twist
Perfect
ones, the
push-ups
perfect
all
push-ups
day.
when they
Damn.
first came out.
Infomercial
Okay.
swag.
I swear to God.
Nah, we love Mike Bibby with him.
I
and
want to
CP.
take it back though.
Definitely.
So on your draft process, like how many teams did you work out for?
Man, probably like 12,
12.
Damn.
13. I was trying to catch the fade with everybody, man. Cause I was younger and I just wanted to show. I want to work out with anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anybody y'all think that is in front of me, come on with it. But you know, Luau Dang played the smart role. He was already like a lock, top 8 or 9 lock.
Yeah,
So
ain't work out.
he was working out at Duke. He was like, "Shit, y'all can come catch me at Duke." Like the team.
He
I'm
was
not
like
working
that,
out with
though.
nobody. Yeah, he's like, "I'm not working out with nobody. I'll just." Then he only did 1 year at Duke.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So he did that, and then I worked out with Josh Childress maybe twice.
with the fro.
Worked out with him in Atlanta, and then DC. I caught him in DC. I had a better workout with him. DC didn't. He didn't work out with me no more.
Yeah.
And then I had him and Iguodala in DC.
Iggy.
Okay.
And then I was supposed to work out with Iggy in Philadelphia, and they canceled. So I worked out with somebody else, like a second round draft pick.
Yeah. We know why they canceled because we know who they took right there.
Yeah. Then we worked out. Then we was with I think Clippers, Bobcats.
RP the Bobcats.
Yeah, it was I worked out for a couple of teams. Yeah,
Did you
Seattle.
get-
I went to Seattle and worked out
You
with
get
Seattle.
any guarantees? Like, because I
Nah.
got a guarantee at 17, and when they didn't
See.
call my name, I was sick.
No, see, I was sick when they called my name
You was?
because I didn't get no guarantees. They told me look, they was like shit. It was like between Josh Childress, they was like Josh Childress, who they said Josh Childress, Iguodala, me was gonna slip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like I hadn't worked out for like Miami, them teams like
Nah,
past
right there.
17 ain't really work out for them.
Yeah.
So when I started seeing it was falling in line. Boom, the picks was falling in line. Then we called Atlanta. Was like, nah, he's not what we looking for at 6. So boom, they picked Josh.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they gonna pick Iguodala.
Yeah.
So when they picked Josh, I'm like, the fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man. So then my heart dropped.
Ooh.
I'm like, shit, it's me. I'm gonna be the one. So I'm in the green room, just sitting there, jump. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you get 17 pick. It's a long ways. Like
Yeah.
you feel like you in that bit for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in there, and 17 come up. It's the Hawks. They said they gonna pick me. I said, man, tell them I don't want to go there, because Miami was like, nah, he's not going past this. He's not going past this number. We picking him. You know what I'm saying? Like Miami Heat was saying that.
What pick was Miami?
They was 18th.
18.
Oh no, they was 19. I think 19th, because I think New Orleans was 18th, and they picked J.R. Smith.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Swish.
and I was like, shit, tell them don't pick me. Tell them don't pick me. Because the money was the same at that point. I was like, tell them don't pick me. So they was like, man, they gonna pick you, Josh. So if you see my thing, I'm walking up there mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad. I ain't smiling nothing. I'm up there mad. I'm like, shake his hand, boo, take the picture. I smile in the picture, but
see, you my kind of nigga, man.
huh?
Nah, but it
If
ain't like
this nigga would have got drafted to the Pacers, he would have been jumping for fucking joy.
fucking right.
Man, see, but then I had to think about the perks of it, because you gotta think about it when we growing up in the household. You got to go to church 3 times, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go to church every Sunday. You got Bible study with your siblings and your mom and daddy.
Yes, sir.
Then your mama trying to about to whoop you to go to choir. She trying to get you to go to choir. I'm already 6'6". I'm like, you got to whoop me, mama. I ain't finna be in that thing with that thing.
Nah.
Hey, 6'9". Everybody at my elbows, and we in there. I gotta fake like I'm catching the Holy Ghost.
Oh, Josh, don't play with the Lord.
Man, I'm not playing with the Lord, man. They were playing. I would try to see what it felt like. I ain't never felt it. Have you ever felt it, bro?
Hey,
you ever felt the Holy Ghost?
You know what? I have.
You ever felt it? I ain't never felt it, man.
I think I fought it off. I might have fought
I
it
used
off.
to be in
'cause it
church
got
like,
crazy.
man. I used to be in church sitting there like, oh, here it go. You hear that beat coming? You hear that beat
And
coming?
I was a drummer too. I think I felt it on the drums, bro.
You sitting up in
Hey, boy,
I
y'all
used to sit up. Oh, it's about, hey.
I'm just thinking about you in church, because you 6'9" with a tambourine is crazy.
Nah, but I ain't doing that. I'm the one sitting down laughing.
Yeah.
I'm the one laughing, sit down.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
That's
man.
good. I always tell people, as much of a heathen as I am today,
Talk about it.
I am. I'm a true heathen. My pastor, they try to teach me well, but I went against the grain. I still love the Lord. We still homies. But I'm saying church teach you structure, bro.
It does.
It really does, bro.
It does,
so
man.
I know that plays a lot into how you are today.
Routines.
Yeah,
You know what I
facts.
mean?
Yeah, facts. I mean,
That's funny as hell. So, you know what I'm saying? You get it cracking in Atlanta, first year, All-Star weekend, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. How was that first experience? You know what I'm saying? We got 2, you know what I'm saying? You All-Star too, you know what I'm saying? You was in the game, you know what I'm saying? You did one of the hardest things to do, the dunk contest, so everybody looking at you. How was that, like, especially with your first year in the league, like, all eyes on you center stage?
man, I was in we was in Denver. Shout out to Denver.
Hey.
It was a good experience, man. Just overall, I was 19. Just turned 19. My birthday was in December, so boom. You got February, right? February was All-Star, so I just turned 19. And my main thing was just don't fuck your dunks up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a routine. I had 4 dunks. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have nothing after that. You know what I'm saying? I would have been doing some bullshit if they asked me to go back up there for a tie. So
Damn.
I was like, I'm gonna do these 4 dunks. Who was it? The strength and conditioning coach, Pete Radulovic, and Wally Blaze at the time, who was the head trainer. They gave me the idea of the jersey, which was a trendsetter. It kind of set the trend for for like years to come with people paying homage to jersey, people putting jerseys on, taking dunks. But I made those dunks. Thank God. Went 4 for 4. A couple guys that had some really good dunks, they just couldn't finish. Like J.R. Smith had a really. That's when he went behind the back. That was like a new dunk for the dunk contest. So he went but he didn't complete it like the first couple of times. So that kind of gave me some room when I went. So I was just a complete dunker with all my dunks. I flushed them all. We won, and I had fun with some of my childhood friends after that.
It's hard. So I'm gonna put you on the spot. Obviously, she won a contest.
Yeah.
Who a better dunker between Zach LaVine and Vince Carter?
Vince Carter for sure.
Y'all going Vince that easy?
I'm gonna go with Vince because Zach is he only do for stuff on the free throw line. He's like him and James White are the same dunkers.
Damn.
Great comparison.
Like
James
as
White
far
was
as
crazy.
Yeah, as far
Hell
as like
yeah.
Flight.
Yes, but
Hey, man.
Vince Carter changed the game, man.
Changed
Factual.
He had the best dunk contest of all time.
ever.
I'm telling you.
There's no question.
It's better than that. It's better than that first Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine.
Yeah, but
and
you know
gotta
what?
think Vince
You know
got
what?
in game.
Yeah. But the reason why it is because they gave it to the wrong person.
Yeah.
They should have gave it to Aaron Gordon.
Aaron
that year.
Gordon
Now,
won
that was bullshit.
Aaron
He got
Gordon.
cheated.
When
Like
he
so,
went,
like
wasn't
yeah,
Yeah.
like come
Man,
on,
he
dog.
won
That
that.
was it. Come on, bro.
Yeah, he won
Like,
that.
come on, dog.
He
like
won
you know
that.
what? That like like they gave it to the wrong person.
Yeah,
that
he
year. It
won
was
that.
crazy. I can't believe he didn't win.
He won that for sure. I give him that every time. I'm like, when he went, man, that was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? You got that out the way. I don't know. That's still tough for me because that Zach LaVine shit, like, I understand that one leg jump, but some of the shit he did was like, damn, like, I think Vince, obviously, he got the best dunk ever. That in-game dunk is never going to be touched. But I just feel like
You
that way that
talking
nigga
about against Alonzo?
float. Nah, I'm talking about the Olympic
the
joint.
Olympic, the one against Alonzo?
That
was
was
crazy.
touched.
Oh my god.
Elite.
Bumped the biggest nigga in the league, damn near outside of Shaq.
And you got that thing like, and you got the ball back here with it. You got the ball,
That was crazy.
and you back here with it. You looking down in the rim.
You think it was Ja Morant's one like that? His one
That
he
was
just did
nasty,
recently?
dog. That was
nasty.
nasty.
Pacers, please get off the highlights. Y'all make it so tough. We on the top of everybody. If you searching Jay Smooth
They got a
highlight right
good
now,
young team, though.
they're on the top on it. The Pacers on every top of every highlight. I'm sick of it. Please give us something. We tired of this shit.
Ja Morant joint was
Ja Morant
crazy.
different, but he ain't gonna ever do the contest.
Nah, but that in the game dunk was crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so you know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about y'all link up, you know what I'm saying? You a vet in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? They get this young point guard out of Wake Forest. How was your first time meeting T? Like what was he on early on in the league and to see him, you know what I'm saying, transition up to being a solid player in the NBA?
Man, real cheap, real
Ain't nothing
quiet.
changed.
Probably still frugal to this day, but
Yeah.
he was real quiet. Like just wanting to learn. You know what I'm saying? Observant. Me and him used to always go on the road and get something to eat or go to the movies or something like that. Chop it up, and I try to give him as much knowledge as I could from my perspective of just being in the league, because I couldn't really tell him nothing from a point guard perspective, but just life in general and everything going on. You know what I'm saying? From that perspective, that's we used to kick it like that. He used to hang out with me too.
Yeah, Smooth was like the cool big brother type. Like he'll pull you in like, hey, they about to go talk about all that shit. Come over here with me, man. We about to go out, have a good time. But like, you gotta be serious though. You can't get in trouble. You gotta pay attention. You ain't gonna play your first year. You just gotta stay on the bench, stay focused, watch everything, and then your time gonna come.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to hear that shit. I'm on the bench like, baby can't move no more.
He giving the muscle moves.
I'm like,
Hips gone. His hips gone.
Nintendo 64,
yeah,
baby.
so I'm like, baby can't move no more. And he telling me like, just calm down when your time gonna come. I'm like, man, Smooth, man. I don't know, man. I'm about to ask for a trade. I'm about to ask for a trade. He like, man, ain't nobody gonna trade for you. He for real.
That's real shit,
He
though,
like, ain't
bro.
nobody, he was like, ain't nobody gonna trade for you. You ain't played.
Yeah.
Man,
But he used to give it to me real. That's why I used to respect him. Then he he popcorn my car my rookie year.
Oh, he was
Talk about
hot.
it.
Oh, I was
He
hot.
was hot.
I told him he had a Maybach. Oh, he'd be the color of his car and shit. He was living like that.
Now talk about it.
I told him, I was like, I'm taking all your tires off your shit.
He was.
Oh,
AC
I
Law
put
was
you-
hot. I mean, AC Law was hot too.
I
He
said I
was.
put-
He was about to call the police.
Damn.
AC Law was about to call the police.
damn.
I said, I'm putting your car on bricks. He was like, nigga, shut up. I think he gave me like $500 to get a detail. He was like, you better show up to the club tonight. And I was like, all right.
He pulled up too. Yeah, he pulled up. He opened the door, got there, and shoved some of the popcorn down. I said, "Oh, I'm fucking with Shawty, dog. I'm fucking with this young nigga."
And I was like, he good people
Yeah.
forever.
Hey, we touched on this another episode. We got here since you here, you know what I'm saying? The infamous Krispy Kreme donuts, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
I heard y'all almost had COVID before COVID, fucking with his 2-week-old donuts, man.
Oh yeah, man. That man tried to get creative on us, and see the funny thing about that whole thing is it was just a passed down tradition. You know what I'm saying? Because see they used to hate Josh Shirley, because Josh Shirley used to have to bring the hey man, they wanted a newspaper. Well, Twan wanted a newspaper,
Yeah.
and they wanted Krispy Kreme donuts. So he'll try to come in there with some Dunkin'. He might try to. He came in that junk one time late. He was about to cry, dog, cause he was a super cheap person too. They was like, man. I was like, man. I said, man, Josh, fuck them donuts if you get fined. You know what I'm saying? I said, fuck bringing them donuts if you get fined. If the old niggas want to fight, man, I got your back.
For real.
I ain't bringing them for real. He with the staffers, so he's super politically
Yeah,
correct.
Braxton
So
be hard to breathe.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he got that. I said, shit, fuck yeah, we ain't doing it.
Yeah.
So he brought them things in there, man. We told so when he came, that was his job. I can't even tell you what my job was, dog. I was so young, man. I was just the guy that had they called it nighttime. You know what I'm saying? I was a night owl.
Nah,
You know what
damn.
I'm saying? I was
Say
just a night
less.
owl, man.
Say
You know?
less.
Yeah, man. Pull up, young fella. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drop that off and get on out of here.
Yeah, mind your business.
Yeah,
Right.
mind your business. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we just gave him the little Krispy Kreme detailing, man. He came with some donuts one time. Them things was, man, white. Man, dried up, man. I'm like, man, what the hell wrong with T, man? That's what got his damn shit popcorn, because he playing around and shit. See, them guards was funny, like, fuck you funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what AC Law used to do. He came in 13 pick, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell him shit, you know what I'm saying? He feel like he about to be the next point guard up. He coming that thing, man, thinking you know what I mean? Man, wasn't doing stuff we told him to do. Well, we came in, boy, we fried him. We did him worse than T.
That might have fucked his mental up too.
You said what?
That might have fucked AC Law. AC Law was nasty.
Everyone dropped in.
man.
Fuck with y'all.
Oh man,
These niggas was torturing him, boy.
They did me bad.
We were about. It just one time thing. It was
Nah,
just a
you
one
remember
time.
y'all made me wear that costume on the plane.
Oh, they did. See, I
Man.
ain't do that though.
Yeah.
I ain't do that though.
Respect,
Bibby did that.
yeah.
Bibby did that.
Hey,
that
Bibby,
man
you out of
came.
pocket,
He
bro.
was
Man,
out of
he came with that. What was a bumblebee outfit?
Yeah. I'm walking up and down the
Man,
plane.
cleavage out, man. They was cleavage. I said,
Oh.
boy, Bruce Lee. That man, the Bruce Lee body with the bumblebee outfit. I said, damn, young fella was ripped. I said, damn, young fella. Yeah, all right, man.
Yeah, they did
Them
me
folk,
bogus,
man. It was, but like those, teams take that for granted, man. I don't know who made it where vets aren't on these teams and they making these young guys figure it out, man. It's gonna be catastrophic to their lives.
Yeah.
And seriously, man, like to their lives because and to the team's lives, because you gotta understand, dog. Like you got a vet on the team, maybe 12, 13 years in the league, maybe 7.
Yeah.
He done fucked up, man. He done fucked up a bag before. He done got it back.
Yup.
He done dealt with the wrong females. He done did this and that and the third. He might have impregnated the wrong females. Now you got to get hit over the head with child support. So
Yeah.
these are the stories and these are the things that these young kids need, these young players need to have
Facts, man.
in order for them to get through their careers and their lives, because this is a real deal thing that they're not gonna see. And everybody is a professional at the level of what they're centered at.
Right.
Whether it's these females, you know what I'm saying, these blue collar guys that's trying to sell you dreams about, you can make if you give me $2 million, you can make $100 million in 7 years. Shit like that. Scam artists, and then you got these car dealerships that's fluctuating the cars because they know you'll pay an extra 20 over the tab or extra 50, and you not knowing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you really want a car and you don't know all these things about the jury and all this stuff about how that stuff goes. So these are things that these kids need to know. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that the veteran is on the bench stealing money like a Udonis Haslam. Yeah. He's no, seriously though. He's a guy that's he's a guy that's helping with emotional distress from teammates, and he's a therapist probably. Like he's a coach on the court. He's probably a big brother, and when they get out of the locker room, like these guys, like that's why they look kind of more unified. I know they got a structure and they got a certain type of way they go about it. They got a culture, but teams need at least one. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
At least
that changed
one.
my life. Being my team, I was the only rookie. Everybody was damn near 5 to 7 years in.
Yeah, facts.
So they was showing me the ropes. Like he taught me how to move. Him and Joe. They was similar but different.
Joe Johnson.
So Joe moved real quiet, low.
See, Joe was funny though.
Yeah.
Joe moved like I ain't fucking with none of y'all.
Yeah,
Which
Joe
was cool though, like, cause it was like, but he was fucking with us. But he was like, man, I'm gonna kick it with my partners, dog.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kick it with my homeboys, like, he did it one time, and I'm not no sensitive dude. I just take it for what it is, like. I'm like, man, what we doing tonight? Man, we going out. We're going to go to compound. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. Shit, let's go. Game over with. I'm calling nigga. He didn't answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did Joe do that?
He did. He don't answer. I called nigga 2-3 times. Don't answer. So I'm like, damn, nigga, this nigga answer the motherfucker phone. So I pull up to the club anyway. He and that motherfucker.
Ain't got time to be fucking with you,
what's up, Joe? I'm like, bitch, you just ignored me, nigga.
Look at
that was humbling, though.
So I'm like, man, I you nigga playing off and shit. So I'm like, man, I ain't calling his ass no more. I just see his ass there. If he say but no, like if I say you going, Joe, he like, yeah, I'll just get my own section next to him.
That's a fact.
And then we just
they
cool,
I was going with everybody.
Yeah, he get the free.
Yeah.
He get to see.
You going
he
tonight?
reap the benefits.
I'm going too.
Yeah,
Joe, you going tonight? I'm going too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dog.
But they taught me how to like move, cause Smooth he'd bring his people, he'd show love, he'd have his sisters with him, and he'd have a good time, and he'd do it right. Like he'd make everybody feel comfortable. Like if I'm with my homeboys, man, yeah, they good. Come on, everybody feel comfortable. I'm like, damn. When I get some money, I'll make sure everybody comfortable. So I learned that from him, and then Joe was the same way. He bring all his people, the whole Arkansas with him. But I'm like, damn, I'm gonna do that too. Yeah. But they ain't OD. That's what I respect about him. Like, I remember he told me not to be in his, but he was like, yo, I got a budget. And I was like, you got a budget? Like, and at that time, I ain't had no, I had a budget, but my budget was very low. And I'm looking at him like
you said, that was the things that you learned from my OGs, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and I'm like,
I'm not going to be on 30 for 30, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real.
And that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just reality of it. I'm like, man, I'll be damned, you know what I'm saying? If they bless me with all this and I do that, I'm not doing that, you know what I mean? So
he told me he had a budget. I'm like, damn, you got a budget?
Yeah, it was a high
budget.
He was like,
yeah, I can go out because I got a budget. This is in my budget. I'm like, shit, I got to get a budget so I can go out. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm taking everything.
Because the league always painted you to be just like a OC.
Yeah, facts.
Like, always confrontational. So you would see basically how they was paying you. Man, Josh ain't gonna have shit in the next couple of years. He gonna be out of the league whole time. You got a master plan. You sticking to it. That's why I respect you, bro, because I know you heard all that shit going on, all that smut they was putting on your name.
Yeah, facts.
And you was still pushing through that shit.
It's just, I mean, I got into it with some coaches that had a lot of power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you do that and you have a couple disagreements, you know what I'm saying? But you're alpha male, they might get fearful and be like, oh, you're uncoachable. You know what I'm saying? But you're a great locker room guy. You're a great teammate. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have a couple different spats with coaches. Like like I said, Mike Woodson. You know what I'm saying? Like he was my first coach. You know, Indiana coach right now, and the reason why we used to get into it is because I had a father growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm 18 in the league, and I got veterans that's helping me maneuver through my life and watch. And I'm watching how they move and this, that, and the third. Right. And now I got a coach that's trying to talk to me like he's my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, coach me. Don't talk to me like, you know what I'm saying? So I see how he's talking to everybody else. He just going in on me. So I'm like, bro, like, stop talking to me like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I got like, bro, I'm a grown man. Stop talking to me like that. And I had a daughter. Then when I had a daughter, I started feeling like more of a man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, bro, it's a certain way you got to approach the situation because I started having success and I started seeing the importance of the team than what I started becoming as far as like for the team. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, man, like I just was like, me and him used to have a little back and forth because I'm like, bro, you can't talk to me like that no more, bro. Like, stop talking to me like that because I'm gonna go hard for you regardless. Yeah. Like, but don't use me in front of everybody as like you gonna be my whooping boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real. I wasn't. It wasn't about being sensitive. It was just like you're not gonna talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just tell me what you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? You cuss at me, but like, tell me what you want me to do. Like, don't be cussing at me for some mind fuck type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to fuck with my confidence and stuff like that. Like, don't do that. So that was the only kind of, I think, those kind of incidents because I never had any incidents with my teammates as far as like me about to fight them or anything.
And by the time I got there, they had like a love-hate relationship. Like Woody loved this nigga, but he hated this nigga. Yeah. And he like I was like, why they do that? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
But it was like burnt out by then. It was like 6 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I don't get me the fuck. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, man, but you know when you young and you don't think about things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, like you're selfish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you're selfish because you're young. Yeah, you're selfish. You got your own. You got your money. So now you're becoming a man, and you know what I'm saying. You starting to get the things. You know what I'm saying. You starting to deal with certain females. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know you smelling yourself a little bit. So it's like you becoming your own man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like however you want to handle it is how you gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, some of those things I wish I had a little bit more better temper about it, but I couldn't control that shit at that age. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't do it.
And what's real is like I do media and stuff, and it's so crazy like being in like NBA practices and stuff, and like you know what I'm saying. Growing up, you hear about altercations of people who messed up, and then you go to practice, you be like, damn, coach's an asshole. Like it's like you know what I'm saying, like you can't talk to grown ass men like this, and you be seeing it like, oh no, they had issues. Nah, he just don't know how to relax. And then you start seeing the business of basketball, and I start seeing it when I start, you know what I'm saying, getting into practices and being around teams and stuff, and then you get to see how players act going into free agency. So for you know what I'm saying, you going through that turmoil in Atlanta. It's like, all right, it's bag season time. I ain't playing with y'all. Who got this bag? Yeah. How did you approach that? You know what I'm saying? End up going to Detroit. Like, was there another team who could have had you by chance, or did you was like, hey, who got the bag for me? That's what I'm fucking with.
Well, I'm not even gonna say and lie to you. It was like he said.
Hold on. Don't discredit his bag. He got a couple bags. Yeah. You gotta talk about the first bag.
Oh no, I'm talking about the first free agent. Yeah, no, I ain't disrespecting the career. He's 13-year vet. I know.
He got the first bag from Atlanta now.
I'm talking about the first time leaving the team though. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta see the Maybach.
Oh, okay.
The Maybach was nice.
Shout out to the Maybach. I'm out of pocket.
Man, you stupid, man.
Listen, fuck that. I got to. This nigga had that shit, man.
Talk about it.
Hey, this motherfucker coming on your ass. Him and Joe was having wars. I used to go to the motherfucker like, damn. These motherfuckers had Jeeps and shit. I'm like, wait till I get some money, boy. I'm going to turn this motherfucker up.
They was disrespecting the Hellcat, bro.
Man, my Hellcat. They had them shits.
It wasn't out back then.
No, I had my first car was a Hellcat. They already had them. I pulled up, and I got mine. Everybody, the whole team had them motherfuckers. So I'm like,
shout out to Ivan.
So was that? Did you already had so you always had a budget all the way through? Even when you
the real budget.
With Joe.
I wasn't never trying to compete with him.
I'm saying they just had the
bag.
Nah, he had.
He had the bag. We got that 70. I was like, man, that's the one. Franchise. Then they gave me that 120. I said, ooh. Can't nobody touch him.
Yeah,
that was like that's when you was getting them type of numbers. That was bag talk.
Yeah, that's a for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? So
Damn.
Nah, but he was from Atlanta, so he had that Atlanta like the culture.
what-
So
yeah,
like
bro.
when you seen it was like that nigga, like he Atlanta.
That's hard.
And I wanted to like, y'all don't know he humble right now, but he's smooth. So he'd go to the game, and you see T.I. like smooth. What up? I'm like, damn, he know Tip. We from that. I'm like, he know Tip. Then he'd be another person, Gucci. What's up, boy? Like everybody knew Smooth. Everybody
Were
like
they
Smooth.
already embracing you before the league?
nah, not really, because they didn't know about me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was kind of like, I was young. People weren't going to like. If you was a high school fan, you was going to those games. But if you wasn't, then or you wasn't into like basketball, you know, like as far as like nationally ranked players and stuff like that for high school, nah. Like not like you said, like it wasn't no IG, so it wasn't how they can resonate with the kids now, like how the rappers were seeing Zion Williams and they said 2 Chainz went to that girls game out there in California. They played for Sierra, Juju, So
they just saw you like shit. He want us.
Yeah, but then I played there for 9 years. I played there for 9 years. Man, so when we started playing in the playoffs. We made the playoffs. That's when I started getting recognition, and man, Danny Ferry, dog. It was like 9 years, bro. And and this comes to when you said about like hearing all the chatter and stuff, and I heard it, and I was getting mentally fatigued on that shit. I ain't even gonna say a lot to you, and I was like, man, I want a fresh start. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I want a fresh start. I want to try to shake this whatever kind of narrative they got on me, however they feel about me, I wanna break that. You know what I'm saying? So we had a talk. He was like, man, Danny was like, man, can you just please give me one more year? Can you just wait? Because he was like, he didn't tell me he was fucking getting bud. I would have just said I was gonna wait.
If you was on our team?
That's what I'm saying, dog. So he was like, man, can you just sit and wait, please? Can you please give me one more? Like, I said, no, I'm done.
Damn.
Like I'm done. I'm ready. So he tried to trade me, and he tried to trade me for somebody in Milwaukee, but it didn't go through. And then after that, I went to Detroit. I signed with Detroit after that. But I should have stayed though, because I didn't know if Bud was that good. If he would have told me like, look, bro, I'm getting this good ass coach, but like I still see him to this day though. I still see Danny Ferry to this day. His son plays at Pace down there in Atlanta. Okay. And it's a kid that's going to Michigan actually. A young kid called Chris Anderson. He's like 5'11".
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he's guard 5'11", but man, Dad trained him like his dad was like he got game. Like the real, like he was him. Yeah. Like the Jake, he's the real Jake Shuttlesworth.
Damn.
Like the boy get up. Like as far as like training, how he was training him since he was 7. Yeah. Like the kid done really dedicated his life to basketball. But I'll be watching them. Like they got real rivals, so I watch them play, and then that's how I be bumping into Danny Ferry. I bump into him. But I think Kyle Korver's kids go there.
Shout out to Kyle Korver.
Yeah, shout out to Kyle Korver.
He be hating on Kyle Korver.
And
he be hating on Kyle Korver. Respect the All-Star.
Ferry, yeah. He was All-Star.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you forgot. You should have been a motherfucking All-Star over that.
Nah, 1 year I for sure.
They robbed me, bro.
Me, man. It's like they want to snub you, but then they don't. They want to snub you, and then they don't want you to react how you want to react. Like, don't say shit about.
They was
don't
waiting
be
for you
mad,
to turn up, bro.
Yeah. So when I'm like, man, how? So I'm in my feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm really in my feelings, dog. Like it's like they set up people's careers how they want to set them up. Like I believe that. You know what I'm saying? But Mike Bibby, shout out to him once again, man. He got my head back on right when I was kind of it was. I still had a hit list after the shit came out. Like I'm gonna tear these teams the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like any team that we playing against, I'm a dog. So he was like, man, fuck that All-Star shit, man. So I'm like, what you mean? Like I'm like, he's like, man, fuck that shit, bro. He said, if they pay you like all-star shit, who gives a fuck?
Talk about it.
So I was like, shit,
you gotta respect it coming from him.
Right. I'm like, you right.
make one.
Because I was like, damn, you didn't get one? He's like, hell no, they didn't give me one. Because I thought he was at least one.
Yeah.
At least one in Sacramento when
Yeah.
when he had Chris Webber and Doug Christie and those guys. And
They had a
Lonnie
whip.
Divac. Yeah, but he ain't never get one.
They was making
I'm
that
like,
over him.
Yeah, but so I'm like, damn. I'm like, he's like, yeah, man, fuck that shit. So I'm
I
like,
remember this year, like,
all right.
Yesterday.
I remember it. They said, Smooth, don't shoot no threes. You remember? Y'all they made a bet. And he would, I swear he'd take one step in every time. I was like, he crazy as hell.
You know what's crazy, bro? I always wonder why you shot them fucking mid-range shots like that.
No, it was that one year, but he was
That's crazy.
killing.
The crowd used to talk about the
I was
three.
cooking
You
though.
was killing that
cooking
year.
that year.
Yeah, I
had a-
swear, I'm like, oh, Smooth gonna make the All-Star team.
And that's when, is that the year when Joe had got hurt?
Yep.
Joe got hurt and Al got hurt,
Yep.
and we still was like third in the
I
Eastern
thought he
Conference,
was
and
making.
they didn't give it to me.
Was
That's
killing.
Nobody made it our year. Nobody made it for my team that
Nope.
year.
And he was
They
shooting
was out
no
of
three.
pocket,
He was
bro.
stepping in. I was like, damn, he gonna make it this year. I was like, I'm going with him. Where he go, I'm going.
Yeah,
we gonna be
I was
turned.
taking.
I ain't gonna lie, that was my only thing. I was like,
And
hell,
that had
man.
me hurt too, though, man. And then somebody got hurt, and I still didn't make it.
Yeah,
they put Jared Wallace in.
I was like, they don't like you.
Oh,
That's
that's
when I was
it.
like, they
hate
don't
me,
like
dog.
him.
I said they
they
hate
don't like
me.
him. They don't
And
like
then they doubled down next year, but it was when it made me kind of like, I'm like, it'll be all right. When I seen Al Horford face, like he was sick,
Yeah.
and he made it. And he was
Yeah.
like, damn, dog, this shit fucked up, dog.
Yeah, he felt
Damn.
He's like, this shit fucked up, bro. You should have. I'm like, it's all good, bro. As long as one of us make it. And I was just truly not a hater. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm just gonna take this time to. God's probably telling me to rest my body. Take this time and go on vacation with my
Yeah,
family.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? My wife and my kids.
Cause you was a motherfucking villain in the NBA. That's why I felt. I'm like, man, this nigga don't care.
He should have
This
made it.
nigga going through the league.
Hey,
Fuck these niggas.
You know what
I mean, because it was like that era of that though.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
I mean, you got to
Yeah.
think about like that's the
Stack
era.
Jack.
That's the era I came in, and then now was like kind of trying to soften it up a little bit, and I was
Yeah.
still rough around the edges.
Yup,
Like,
yup.
but it was just like Rondo though. Like,
Dog.
man, Rondo can't tell you why he don't like a point guard in the NBA. He hates like it was just like that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this nigga. I'm like, damn, bro, why? oh yeah, you cool with T. I said, nigga, this nigga's my teammate. Bro. Like, what you want me to do, dog?
Fuck T.
This is like
What you want me to do, bro?
I was just about to tell this story. That's how
It's perfect.
Everybody though.
This is the perfect story because look, we playing the Celtics, and I'm having a cool game, and Kurt had just came to the team,
Yeah.
and
Kurt,
Smooth was like, "Hey, throw it back sometimes, like throw it back, like when you driving down the lane, they staying with you, throw it back." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, I ain't throw it back like 2 times." So nigga was like, "Hey, motherfucker, they staying with you, throw the ball back." And so I'm kind of ignoring him. He was like, "Hey," so me and Smooth had this kind of relationship on the court. He like, "LD, put Kurt in, man." This nigga tripping. So I'm like, I get mad as hell. You know what we talking about? I get so mad, I'm like crying. And he looking at me, I'm like, you got me fucked up. And he like, they looking at me, he like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like that. So I get a steal, and I dunk on Ray Allen.
Oh yeah, that's
And I
when he
yell
started
at him,
screaming.
ah.
Yeah.
The only nigga behind me is Smooth. He smacked me on the back. He like, yeah, nigga. I'm looking at him like, hey, that's my nigga, man. We
Hey,
just got
dog.
done yelling at each other.
sure.
I'm
Yeah.
like that for real. Though. Like I'm gonna get on your like just like my team now, and I thank God that my parents are cool with me, like, cause I
Yeah.
get on they ass. I get on they kids ass, dog. When they mess up, even my 4th grade, I'm cussing like a motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm that coach. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So they
Yes.
like.
FTK.
They looking at me, and then when they do something good, I'm praising. I'm the first one.
You gotta love
nigga,
them.
praising them. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because I genuinely want to see them do good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit, I don't. You know what I mean? But people don't understand that type of relationship that you got to have. It's like a little brother, like how you seen Jordan Poole. When he came in the tunnel, he threw the
mouthpiece like-
like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
him and Steph Curry hugged each other. But it's like it's so sensitive right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what's going on with. I don't know why the world is so sensitive. I don't know if because so many people have a voice to be opinionated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like
It is, bro. And I think I say whatever I want, but
That's
You know.
but I understand. Like I don't believe everything should be watered down, but I think we do need to start paying attention more to people's feelings when it comes to certain shit. Like, yeah, motherfuckers is soft. Like
Yeah,
when it comes to the
I understand
NBA,
that.
they shouldn't water it down. And that's where I say, like, motherfuckers in my house, like my stepson, nigga, he can take it from anybody. So
Yeah.
if you was his coach saying, sit your motherfucking ass down,
Yeah.
he heard that at home.
yeah.
I told, man, get them motherfucking dishes done, my nigga.
Right.
Get that trash out,
Right.
It's like,
He
so
hears
with
it.
you, he feel like, nigga, he can build that relationship
That's
as
the same
long
thing
as you
with my
love on
kids.
them.
Yeah, that's the same thing with my kids. Like, I'm raising them like kind of tough love, and I don't want to raise them as entitled individuals.
Yeah.
You know that they know they're privileged, but I'm gonna get on their ass though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because and when it comes to their sports, I'm gonna be their biggest critic first because I don't want nobody to hurt their feelings. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be ready for it.
Yeah.
'Cause this is what you got going on. Somebody's gonna tell you.
Yeah.
If they really care about you, they're gonna tell you what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
These
But it's
fucking
like-
kids
but
cry so
when it
much
comes to-
though.
When it comes to these NBA players though, like, you know, like your feelings want to get hurt and stuff like that, go see a therapist.
Yeah.
That's
You
real
making
shit.
millions of dollars, go pay for you to see a therapist so you can talk about that shit in there. But when you come to this court, dog, I need a man. I need a grown ass man, bro.
Yeah.
War.
I need a grown ass man that's gonna understand why I'm talking to you this way. When you fucking up.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
real.
need you to be like, man, why you talking to me like that?
Yeah.
And you making $40 million a year.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying though?
It's a different time though.
Because
Yeah,
long
I
as
understand.
you not, my thing is,
I understand it is, and I see it though. Like, I see it. I see like, shout out to the head coach with Cleveland. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like he's
JB.
JB is
Getting into it.
He's one of the great ones in this game, and I'm kind of mentoring him a little bit. And I've been going to Cleveland games. I've been going up to Cleveland for like the past couple of years.
Okay.
And
Assistant Coach Smooth.
manifesting it. You know,
Talk
what I'm saying?
about it.
But at the end of the day, I'm seeing how he's talking to his players, and how he gets them to relate, and how he gets the best out of them. Because I mean, you know, when I was in Houston, my favorite coach in the NBA was Kevin McHale.
Oh, word?
You know, yeah, for sure, hands down. I
Damn.
mean, he wasn't. That's when I made it to the Western Conference with him.
Yeah.
Western Conference
I remember
Finals.
that game.
Oh, we got to talk about that.
Yeah,
One of the
but
craziest basketball series of all time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we can get to it, but
Shout out to Coach.
he was always the assistant under
Mm-hmm.
Kevin McHale, so he was JB's more X's and O's, but Kevin McHale was like super relatable to his players. He wasn't really X's and O's. He was a player's coach.
okay.
But so he would get the best out of you, and JB, I guess, took some of that knowledge with him and then mixed his X's and O's with it, and he's the coach he is today. But I'm watching him how he relates and talks to his team. I'm like, okay, but it's kind of like, I'm like, damn, it's crazy. Like you said, it's different. You know what I'm saying? But it's different because you don't have a veteran on the team to help that young kid understand why the coach is talking to him like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like my experience just working in the league, man, you get on some of these guys, you might not have a job in the morning. Just
Damn.
being real. Like, you get on some of them guys who the star player, or you get on their bad side, the ownership, they going with the player.
Fact.
You could
Every
be
time.
replaced. So I understand why it's kind of sensitive and died down.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, like you said, coaching matters, and not even more or less X and O's, but how you manage men. Because like in this league, you grown ass men, and most of these players on the bench make way more money than the coach. It's like you need to get the best out of these players by relating and talking, not talking down. And you see it like the transition in the NBA with coaches now. Like some of them older coaches, like the George Karl, some situations that shit not flying no more. Like
It ain't even George Karl though. I mean, but
I mean just like in that
I'm gonna say
generation.
Tom Thibodeau.
Damn. Oh, you said Tibbs?
Nah, Tibbs my
Look,
dog.
hey,
Hold
there
on.
you go.
We don't do no Tibbs slander.
That's your dog. But I'm saying like
Tibbs run niggas to the
it's
ground.
like, but
He
it's
don't, though.
he don't. But it's like you said, gotta relate though.
Yeah.
You can't be like. You can't be socially awkward with this new generation, dog. You got to be able to pop your shit with them, dog.
Yeah,
you got to, bro. They looking at it.
He would have loved Tibbs.
No,
You know why you would have loved him? He wasn't gonna take your ass out. And you know, as a player,
he playing 40. You playing 40 minutes.
as a player, when you in the game, you really don't want to come out.
Facts.
Like you don't want to come out
nah.
to that next morning. You like, damn, I played 40, my knees hurt.
Uh-huh.
But as a player, when you in the game, you like, shit, I'm about to get all my stats.
Facts,
I'm about to
yeah.
get
Damn.
20,
Yeah, facts.
10.
But I'm just talking about relatable though. As far as being relatable to these kids, that you could tell he coaching a whole bunch of sensitive players, dog.
Nah.
Yeah.
Cause it's like they go on the winning streak, then they'll lose four games. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit matter, bro. Look,
Nah, he not relatable to kids, but
relationships are key. I always talk about that shit. Like your locker room say everything about how y'all gonna play on the court.
Facts.
Don't
Damn.
matter, bro. So if your coach ain't really rocking and it go from the coach, that's why I be telling motherfuckers, Pop the GOAT to me.
God, yeah.
Because he got Tim Duncan. He was on Tim Duncan ass so much, everybody else had to fall in line, bro.
And it's showing you how much more cold he is, because it seemed like a lot of players did not like Tony Parker.
Yeah.
Nah,
on
at
that
all.
team.
yeah, that's what everybody
You
keeps
feel what I'm
saying.
saying? He was smashing teammates.
Hey,
Hey, wow.
Yeah, he was wilding on that team, and they winning championships though.
Bottles in the club. TP a wild boy.
It wasn't no budget.
When TP had no budget, man.
Hey, that's crazy. Everybody come out there like, yeah, fuck Tony Parker. I was like, damn, but y'all was hooping with this
Like,
nigga.
man, I'm talking about winning championships though.
man, winning for sure.
It was nothing. That's crazy.
You ain't really hearing nobody talk bad on the championship winning team like
All
about
it
their
takes is
teammates
one.
like that.
Nah, that's
All it takes
nuts.
is one. They like, oh, you said it, bro. It's up on this nigga.
Man, right, you're right.
And I feel bad for Steve Jackson. He been saying it for a long time. He be like, hey, man, I've been
Yeah,
trying to tell y'all
dog.
Tony Parker ain't shit.
Yeah, but Murray went on to co-sign it though.
Yeah, that's tough. Like you say, how you treat your rookies matter in the long term, because you know what I'm saying?
got
The
to,
Paragon
though.
ship.
But
You're going to be a vet.
Yeah, but you got to give it to him though. Like, that's why I say Antoine Walker over Al Harrington. You know what I'm saying? Because Al Harrington was there with me, but he was focusing on. He was, like you said, he was going into his free agent year.
Yeah.
He was going into his free agent year where he was trying to get the bag. You know what I'm saying? And
Pacer legend.
he was like, "Fuck you, Josh.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get this bag."
Because you was coming to play.
He's like,
shit.
nah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure this shit out.
Nah, that's
You know
how
what
it
I'm
be,
saying?
though.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, but
and
I
then,
don't rock with that, bro.
and
Nah,
then whatchamacallit left, and then I was there alone by myself. Like
Damn,
the
I
rest
don't
of my
rock with
like
that, bro.
when they traded him back to Boston, they was
Yeah.
having that good little
Yeah, Al Harrington.
no,
Horseman.
no.
Oh, I'm talking
No,
about,
no,
damn,
no.
you're right. He did. He
No.
wasn't there.
Antoine Walker when they traded him
Yeah,
back up to
Antoine.
Boston.
Yeah.
I forgot about
like
that.
halfway through my rookie year.
Damn.
Nah, it be
I
like
was by
that,
myself.
though.
I was just with I was with like Royale Ivy and Dante Smith.
Roy, yeah.
Damn.
Ivy, Texas legend.
Yeah,
Talk about it.
We was, you know what I'm saying, we was more like kind of more relatable with each other. Josh was like from Stanford, you know, he was a 6'10".
Yeah.
So he had that bread, you know what I'm saying? So he was on his own type shit, you know what I mean? But we was still all cool and stuff like that. Like I still talk to Josh to this day, you know what I'm saying? He's doing good in real estate up there.
I can imagine.
I wanted to ask this, bro. So we already done talked about the budget. I just want to know, like, you know, y'all was doing y'all thing. What was the best city to go out to? Like, go out in. Like, on the road. Like y'all, we win tonight.
It's
we
up.
going out. Live on Sunday.
Man, it was a story, man. We all went out. Then Bibby made us all go out in Miami, dog.
Shout
It's
out to
either
Bib.
Toronto or
I was
Miami.
about to tell you.
Toronto.
So I say
Toronto.
Toronto
Okay.
number one for sure.
Damn.
Facts.
But like as far as like
Facts.
Toronto and Miami.
Okay.
So you got Miami. Miami's like don't sit there, don't sleep. But it was like he got the whole team drunk that day, dog. I think
Damn,
somebody
that's
got
what's up.
left.
Damn.
I think Solomon Jones. Was you?
Oh, that's when Solo. Yeah, told me
No,
when Solo.
that was New York. No, that was New York. But
He
got
missed the
left.
plane.
Yeah, and I cussed everybody out. I was mad as hell. I cussed everybody
Team
out. Like,
vibes
y'all
all
gonna leave
around.
the man. He might be dead.
Oh, shit. Hangover?
They told me this. So the next year we go
Yeah,
out in Miami. It's my rookie year.
Yeah.
And he like, hey, don't go out with Bibby.
No,
I'm like, why? He's like, you don't go out with Bibby in Miami. He was
Nah,
like,
man.
Niggas missed the plane, all type of stuff. I'm like, I'm scared, but I went anyway.
Everybody drunk though. Cause he when I got my first check, he said, "Yeah, boy, congratulations." He's like, "Shit, I ain't gotta spend my money no more." He's like, "I'm with you." He said, you know how they go. He's like, "You got the bag now. You know the vet. You know you gotta take care of the veteran. You gotta take care of me." I said, "Man, come on, bro." Every time I see you, bro, I need a bottle of Belvedere. He's like, that Belvedere.
Yeah.
Jeff said that shit.
So when I seen him, I used to buy that thing. He'd grab the bottle, put it right in his back pocket, dog. He had like a cup of cranberry juice and then another cup of Belvedere. So he'll be
That's exactly how he looked the
whole
club.
night. He had everybody on a 2-cup one night, but everybody was faded.
Damn,
Shout out
that's
to
what's
Mike
up,
Bibby.
man.
I say
Legend.
Miami was definitely one of those places though.
I gotta talk about it, man. One of the most iconic
I'd say
basketball
LA
series.
too though.
Okay,
said
I
LA?
say one thing
LA
before
for
that.
sure.
No, go ahead, get your shit off.
My man took me out in Houston the first time. I ain't never been
Oh,
nowhere. You
I
know,
need
all I
this
ever knew,
story.
all
I
I
love
ever been
Houston.
was
Houston's nice.
Indianapolis, Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Houston's
He
nice.
take me my first time. He like, hey,
I
you
used to
coming
live
with me?
out there.
You coming with me? I'm like, where we going? He was like, just shut up. You coming with me?
Yeah.
We go out in Houston. I'm like, hey, I'm moving to Houston.
Same,
my boy out.
I'm like,
Had
I'm
to,
moving to
dog.
Houston.
Hey, what we do?
Hey,
what we
he
doing?
was already in college. You know, what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm like,
he
yeah.
was 18.
Man.
See, that's how I wish my veterans just gave me everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
put it
they
all on the table for me. Like let me see everything. You know what I'm saying? But they, you know,
Show my boy time.
some of these players some of these kids be fumbling the bag though. Like they'll put one in somebody on, you know what I mean? And it ain't the right one.
Tweak it out.
And then they want to blame you. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody want to blame you. Nah, man, I ain't tell them to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I just
took
told
me out,
man,
man.
drive the car, man.
Yeah.
I told him to test drive.
Yeah, he took me out, man. And then he got me back to Atlanta and bought me an iced out G-Shot.
Oh,
I said,
yeah,
he said, you
that
got to
was
have
a
something on
G-Shot.
your wrist when we
That
go out.
G-Shot was
I
going
said,
crazy.
shit.
Was his attire okay, Josh?
Hell no.
Yeah, I mean, he had that college swag.
Ah,
Charlotte with polo shirt, button up to the top.
Oh, God.
Man, had the jeans on.
I'm sick of his weak ass NBA outfits, man. I am sick of hearing about him.
The man was politically
So my
correct,
nigga went
man.
on tour with them weak ass outfits.
Oh, for sure, man. He took it on road.
Yeah, I was broke, nigga.
Them outfits went on road.
I had no money, man. They
You
was
still a real nigga for taking my nigga out, showing
Oh,
him
he
the
took me out every
attire.
time.
Yeah,
Bought me-
man.
He bought me
See.
my second thing from Louis. Marvin bought me my first. He bought me my second.
Damn,
I
that's
went
hard.
with him. He like, man, you ain't got a wallet? I'm like, nah, let me get you a wallet, man. You can't be out here. I pulled my wallet, man. I had the worst
Man,
wallet.
we-
Boy.
High school wallet.
Yeah,
We had the high school wallet.
I
That
definitely
shit
did.
was
They showed me
Come on,
love.
man, young fella, man.
They
Come
got
on.
me right, man.
Nah,
You need vets though.
love,
You
Shout
got
out to the vets.
Yeah. I think I got him a couple pair of suits.
He
Yeah,
did.
so that's why I like when they first come. I gotta give them some suits, man. Got to show them.
Oh, y'all had to leave dress code then too, didn't y'all?
Yeah,
Yep.
but I just
Ooh.
That's why I had
that's
them
what
weak
made
polos.
me. We had that. We definitely had that.
Okay.
Damn. So man, you know what I'm saying? Career continues. You in Houston. First of all, how was it like living in Houston and playing in Houston? Like I imagine, you know what I'm saying, maybe a little later in your career, a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, age mature, but still you in that city and that vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
James Harden going crazy. Like, how was that season for y'all? Because that's one of the most important NBA like series that ever happened because that changed the franchise after that.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. I mean, you know, Atlanta. You know, I'm from there, born and raised. I love it. I love it to death. But the fan base was just so wishy-washy. It was kind of hard to kind of get up to play for games.
Damn.
Sometimes at home because you know you knew what type of crowd that you was gonna have to face.
LeBron.
LeBron, it could be the Knicks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
like,
nasty.
Or Chicago. Yeah, like it was so many people from New York down there that live in Atlanta. Like, so it's like it'd be like a split. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Boston, the Lakers. So it's like, you know, when I went to Houston, it was just nothing but Houston fans.
Damn.
Like, and they was like, they diehard fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you know, we had that. You know, they had Dwight and James. Like, it was like damn near like almost like sold out every day. And then when I came, it was like turned up even more. Like they embraced me with so much open arms. When I got waived from Detroit for with Stan, you know what I'm saying?
Stan.
Yeah, Stan the man. So
I laugh every time I see that video of him doing that spin
They gave him
move.
everything though. They gave him complete everything when he was up there. So they gave him like the GM, president, every coach. He was all 3 in 1. So
Damn.
when he came, he fired everybody. He was blowing up everything. You know, I knew I was going to because I wasn't his guy. He didn't recruit me up there. So after they fired Joe Dumars, I knew I was gone.
Yeah.
So
that didn't work.
but Houston was amazing though. They let you be yourself. James had the organization turned. He had the organization and the fans turned. Like Jason Terry, like that was a real nigga team. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like
for real.
that's when I fell in
Corey
love
Brewer.
with Demonis Eunice. We had Corey Brewer. We used to always gamble, but they used to gamble for the big money. Terrence Jones.
TJ.
But they introduced me to that FIFA. That's when I started playing FIFA because James was real heavy in that FIFA. Clint Capella was there. That's when Clint was super young, couldn't gain no weight. He was just bouncy, dunking everything.
I had a whip.
Man, we had a nice ass team, dog.
Yeah, I had a squad. I fucked with your team.
How was that series though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Back against the Wild,
Man,
but you know what I'm
it
saying?
was a lot of up and downs during that series.
Nah, for real.
I think we was like down. Let me see. It was 1-1. It was like 3-1. We was down 3-1.
Yeah.
And man, arguing. It was like a lot of arguing in the goddamn, like going back and forth. Me and Dwight got into it one time. Shit, James and Dwight fucking, man, we was just trying to figure it out. But Jason Terry, man, the glue.
That's hard.
The glue that kept that shit going. He was super positive every day, man. Man, we was, because like I said, we couldn't, you know, Kevin McHale was a great, you know what I'm saying, players coach, but as far as X and O's trying to make adjustments, he wasn't that good at doing that. You know what I'm saying? So we would be on the planes after those games like, hey man, we need to do this. Like breaking this shit down, like while we playing cards with each other. It'll be like me, Corey Brewer, Trevor Reza he'll be like right there watching. He wasn't playing. James, and then like Dwight would just be sitting like, he'll be sitting in sitting right there just like acting like he ain't listening, but he listening.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he was doing me.
Or no. Matter of fact, no, James. I mean, cause he'll be in his feelings, so he'll always like he'll be like in the back with like the stewardess and shit, but he'll be acting like his back hurt, like he need to lay down.
Yeah.
So he'll like be back there laying down, being his grown man feeling, and like Jason Terry be like, man, fuck it, we gonna get him going.
Yeah.
Look, fuck this, look, John. What you do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he put the play together. You know what I'm saying? So we put that shit together, and then he said, "Fuck that! They gonna let us win this. They gonna let us win this game because they want to try to close out at home.
Yeah.
So they just gonna dog their ass out for this game 5, and then hey, we got to figure it out game 6. So we dogged their ass out game 5. It was like
Definitely.
a good game, whatever. And then they already talking about they going to the Western Conference Finals. Is basically over with.
Yeah.
So they trying to use that shit as clickbait.
Yeah.
For us, like it's gonna get us geared up and shit. I'm like, man, I'm just sitting in the stands there at practice. Right, we at the Lakers facility. So they trying to have like a kumbaya moment, like what we talking about. I said, man, let's just go out here and shoot, man. Fuck, let's go. Like ain't nothing to talk about. Either we gonna get our ass beat or we gonna fucking win and go to game 7 at home. So they came out dragging that shit. You know what I'm saying? They came out dragging. They came out dragging us, dog. So when they came out dragging us, and like you could see kind of like James kind of been like, shit, I'm cool. I'm just gonna stay here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He from here. He from there. So he looking like shit. He cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this shit. So Kevin McHale took him out, subs people in. We go on the run. You know what I'm saying? Like,
crazy run.
Me and Brewer just going a full one in the fourth.
Y'all
So
brought
like
them back
we
single-handedly.
coming back and see what people don't see is like the GM Daryl Moyer and the owner, like at the time, they like, put James back in. Put James back in.
Yeah.
And Kevin's like, 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got you. 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell,
We
they
about
will
to-
put him back
We
in.
about to win this motherfucker.
They hot. So you see that I think that's what took it effect of. Remember he only 20 games into the next year's season.
Yeah,
They
bro.
got rid of him. But it's like, man, the man
Damn.
took y'all to the Western Conference Finals and y'all do that one.
All that shit play
You
a
feel what I'm
part,
saying?
That's
Like,
crazy.
yeah, they got mad. They didn't put him back in. But like, man, what do you expect him to do when your team going?
When y'all on the roll.
Yeah,
Gotta let that
then
rock.
boom, we go to game 7. James closed it out for us.
Yeah.
He closed it out.
That's what the normal fan doesn't understand, though, what you said. Like, us as fans, we not knowing that Kevin McHale's getting, pushback
butcher, or
from.
they trying to use him.
They
like,
supposed to be telling him, hey, my nigga, just coach.
Yeah,
We hired you after the game.
facts,
You know what
right?
I mean?
Man, they was like, and the reason why I didn't know because I'm so locked in the game. You know, you got
Yeah.
people in the stands.
Yeah.
They like, man, the man, they over there going crazy. I'm like, what?
What was that
They
feeling
like-
like though? Like when you got on
Man,
that roll,
dog.
cause like you said, from high school, people telling you not to shoot jumpers.
Yeah. It was one of the best feelings in the world because you got a coach is like, I don't care about you shooting jump shots, just shoot more in practice. Like that's what he was saying.
Damn.
Like, man, I want you to shoot threes. I want you, but shoot, make you 200 after the practice.
Yeah.
So I started to make 300. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm watching how James Harden working. He working extra time overtime. So I'm just, I'm like, okay, he's younger than me, but I'm like, okay, young nigga working hard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, I gotta go pick my shit up. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, and then everybody was staying after like Trevor Reza, Jason Terry, older than all of us, staying. So it was like a camaraderie that we had built amongst each other.
Buy in.
And we bought into what we had going on. You know what I'm saying? Like we just all bought in. Like we just had a young I think Patrick Beverly was hurt. But I don't think he would have stopped Steph Curry, man. We had Pablo Prigioni and
Pablo.
we had old Pablo. Shout out to Pablo and we had Jason the Jet, man, Jason Terry. Those were our point guards for the Western Conference Finals.
Nah, y'all was in trouble.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's
they
Young
won.
Steph.
Yeah, young
Man,
God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It was
it's
hard.
Christmas.
It was hard to win. It was hard to win out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's hard, man. Before we got out here, do a couple rapid fire questions, you know what I'm saying? It's called something or nothing, basically. If you something, you fucking with it. If you nothing, LeBron James is the best basketball player of all time. You something or you nothing?
I'm nothing.
You nothing?
Nothing.
You
I'm
nothing?
I'm nothing. Michael Jordan.
I'm
You
nothing.
here? You nothing?
Yeah.
Iffy?
I'm nothing.
What's up? You mind me? You something? You nothing? You from the city? You know how we what?
I want to keep this going. I like this segment.
You like this segment?
So let's say Jordan. I'm gonna say Jordan.
You gonna say Jordan?
Yeah.
I'm rolling
I'm gonna
with
say
you.
Jordan too.
But I think if LeBron get another ring and he got that scoring title, we gotta talk about it.
He not getting another ring.
You don't think so?
He too infatuated with playing with his son.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
That's hard though.
which is gonna be
Elite.
historic.
That's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be historic. You know what I'm saying? But depending on what team his son go to, how good are they gonna be?
It ain't gonna be the Los Angeles Lakers. You're right.
This nigga just been playing basketball, y'all, for so long.
And he been
at an
killing,
elite
though.
level.
Bro, it's
But
crazy.
you gotta
It's kind of hard saying Jordan is better than him.
But you got to think about what if Jordan didn't just stop playing to play baseball? Who does that in their prime? That man just said, "Hey man, let me go ahead and just fulfill my fantasy of playing being a baseball player and doing what me and my dad talked about
But
in his prime."
my only pushback to you, Smooth.
Talk to me.
Hold on, nasty. Look,
I'm with you.
this nigga Brian, bro,
He done changed the name of the game though, man.
20 years, bro. His stats damn near got better. This nigga's a better shooter now
That's
than
how
he
I go,
was earlier. But I'm just saying
But he changed. He
33
also
points
changed.
a game, bro.
Do you think long-term contracts or short-term contracts is good for the game?
Short term.
So you think you think a player wouldn't want a 5-year deal over a 2-year deal?
Hell no, not if you smart. That motherfucker. How we structuring that bitch though? Is it? Do I got a 2-year 50 like a Bron?
Nah,
Or 2-year?
no. Nah.
So what are we? I'm saying though, like
maybe okay,
give me something. I'm with you. Give me something, dog.
5 years, $100 million,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
or you can say 5 years, 120, right?
Yeah.
5 year,
Or
120.
2 years, $60 million.
Ooh.
Oh, 2-year me.
Nah, I want the 5 year.
2-year me.
I mean,
I
because if you
want
do the
the
2 year,
5.
if
Yeah.
you do the 2 year, that mean if you a max player, your max gonna be higher.
Yeah.
So that's I want the 120.
That's because you want the stability. You want the
Yeah.
But if you a max player, like
Oh yeah, like
if
like
we
that.
Bron,
Yeah, get it out the way and then come
I'm
on with
two-
another one.
I'm
Come
2
on,
years.
Keith.
2 or
Yes.
3 me.
Now
Yeah,
I'm making.
see,
I want
he
50
changed
million.
it. He the one who changed the contracts of the NBA.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know, bro. Like I said, if we doing some Bron shit now, if you give me, goddamn it, 2-year, the 24, go on, pause, stretch me out for the other.
Right, pause.
You know what I mean? For the 5-year whatever. But I don't know, bro. That shit just I'm glad we talking about this because I don't really like players that bet on themselves too much. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like
yeah.
secure the bag, bro.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, okay, granted, a player wants 2-3 year deals, right?
Yeah.
But even though it is a business, teams would probably want to see like more loyalty out of a player than like, oh, let me get this 2 year, but let me get a player option my second year.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
all for him though.
Huh?
I mean, yeah, but
You gotta
like if
be a
you
bad
say you
motherfucker.
sign that 5-year 120, like Jeremy Grant in this situation right now, he just got offered 5-year like 114.
Yeah.
You got to take that.
I mean 4 years 114.
he take
He
it.
turned it down though, but he
He's
got
tripping.
he got the option. They can offer him in free agent. They can offer him 5 years up to 260.
He's not getting that.
I'm not saying you, but think about it. You can go in the free agency get 5 years 170.
Yeah, but listen though, right? Okay.
They already offered me 114.
Okay, that's a good question, right? That's good. But I want to know what the percentages are when people turn that shit down
That shit get spooky.
and the shit gets spooky for them, or they turn it down and it works in their favor. I want to know what the percentages are. Like with John Collins, when he turned that 90 down,
Hey.
but they went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he was able to get that 120.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
Portland is not a Portland. I'm gonna take that 114 because I'm looking like, man, we not like no championship type of team. I gotta show something in the playoffs for me to get this 260.
But they already offer you 114. But they don't get players.
That's true.
So I'm saying
That's true.
they already kind of
That's
like,
true.
damn, we need him to stay.
That's true.
So now you kind of got him like.
I'm a
That's true.
gambling nigga. 5 for 113, and what Jeffrey just said, I could get 260.
You gonna try the 260 out?
I don't even want the 260.
But they
Flip
not
the
gonna
table.
get.
You
yeah,
ain't gonna
me
get the
either.
max.
You
But
never.
If I get the 5-year 175, 5-year
okay.
180,
I'll get there. Yeah,
shit.
facts.
Like you said,
Yeah,
I,
you know what I
I
mean?
ain't gonna lie. That 90 to 120, I'd have took the 90.
But for every
Fuck that 30
I told you
million.
they offered me anything. I was like,
You see what I'm saying, bro? I'm not finna be sweating. I'm not finna be sweating for these 4 months.
Hey,
trying to
you
make
know
this
how
shit pop.
Hey, you know
He
how I
works
am.
well under pressure. That lets you know John Collins works well under pressure
Oh, he
because
does.
think about it, bro.
God
He was
bless him.
bullshit. He been bullshitting. They said we gonna trade your ass. That nigga been cooking. You understand me? That man been cooking,
Boy,
hitting
been
threes,
playing.
efficient in the motherfucker. He
been
back
playing
dunking
well.
on niggas.
He been playing well.
hey, but the fucked up part is,
he worked well.
hey, for every John Collins, you get another Noel or you get Isaiah Thomas.
See what I'm saying, dog? How sick is Nerlens Noel?
How sick is IT, bro? I fuck with. I know he's sick, bro.
What IT turned down though?
The max.
It was like 60 though. No. It was like a small bag. It was a small bag.
It was 100, guaranteed.
No,
it was a 90.
No, he would have signed that too.
It was him getting hurt fucked up the 100.
Yeah.
I thought it was at least 100.
I don't even know if he got offered an extension. But
Nah,
if
he
he
would've got
did,
that.
I'm sure he turned it down because he was a.
It was like a small one though.
Yeah.
It wasn't like your boy though. No,
Nerlens
Nerlens
Noel,
Noel
he
turned
was-
down like a 70.
You got Schroeder, you got Victor Oladipo.
I forgot Schroeder.
And then he trying to Schroeder.
Vic was tripping.
Schroeder. What
Schroeder
happened to Vic?
He turned down the bag from Indiana.
So did.
What'd he do?
He turned down that good 3 year. That stability.
Ooh.
He wanted to get in Miami. I feel you.
But
shit,
look at that
in
shit
Miami
now,
a little
look.
differently.
And they on your ass. You keep nigga.
He got hurt.
It's hard bouncing
Yeah,
back.
but shit.
Yeah.
They be trying. People be fooling you though. Like, man, listen, I can live in Indiana, man.
Hey.
Shit, man.
Shout
Look,
out to
that bottle right there, $100 in the club. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. $1,000, $600 in Atlanta, man. This $100 out here, man. I can't beat that shit, man. And how often am I really hanging out?
Yeah, that 100 gonna
How
get you.
often am I really hanging out for real out here? I'm gonna be in the house, my nigga.
You see where I live?
Hold on, but
Exactly,
hold on. So
though.
you said how much that is in Atlanta?
Man, about $700-800.
Yeah, see here, that motherfucker come with a hookah and a plate.
See what I'm saying, bro?
Shout out to Cannibal Hendrix.
You the man out here, man. You the man. You are the man.
Nah, you live.
You see what I'm saying?
You live
Different.
So like, you gotta think about that type of shit where all that bullshit, Florida shit, no state taxes. It's no state taxes
property
down here.
tax, though.
Man, they gonna smack you all over the whole property with that property tax. You go down there to South Beach. You paying $100,000 property tax.
You through.
Yeah.
Oh man. And
Yeah.
Smooth, man. We appreciate you sliding on us, man. So many more
man.
stories. We gotta have you back again. Appreciate y'all rocking with
Can
us.
I ask one more?
Of course.
Yeah,
okay.
Of
for
course,
sure.
Jeffrey.
Did you ever go out when BMF was in Atlanta?
Yes, I did, man.
Oh.
See, that's when it was so funny, dog. Cause you said like when they bet me for the threes and I used to step in, so it was like, all right, well I ain't gonna go here, but I'm gonna go here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had went to Magic City a couple of times, and this shit was funny as hell, dog. So I'm in that, like the first time I'm going there, dog, it's like a deer in headlights. So like the next time we in practice, I'm like, Twan, when we going back? Twan, when we going back? Twan, when we going back? Like, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? So he took me there a couple more times, and then everybody was out of practice. He's like, coach was like, let me holler at you real quick. Mike Wilson took me to the locker room. He was like, hey man, how you doing? I'm good. He's like, man, you been all right? I said, I'm good. He's like, hey man, stay out them titty bars, man. So I'm like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I ain't been in no strip club. I think I went one time, but I ain't. He like, listen, man, the chief police said he seen you, man. He said he gonna shut down. So I'm like, this one I was like, damn, okay, this shit getting real for me. Like, so I'm like, drop my head. I said, all right, man. I said, all right. I ain't gonna go no more. So I ain't go no more. So I was like, shit. So this when I started meeting Jermaine Dupri. You know what I'm saying? Started being cool with Jermaine Dupri and stuff. Yeah. And he was taking me out. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I was like, okay, that was another little source of like, okay, I can get in these clubs.
Right.
So I remember we in the back of Visions one day. And I'm about to get out because I'm thirsty. You know, I'm young. I'm thirsty. I'm ready to see what's going on in there. Because I had just got kicked out the month before. You know what I'm saying? Like I had slid the security guard like a couple hundred. You know what I'm saying? He got me in that motherfucker. So yeah, he showed love, man. Big love. Then the boy Alex AG. It was his club. So once I get that motherfucker, I'm in that motherfucker 2 seconds. Dude, like, come here, like, come on, let me. I was like, oh, I'm thinking the nigga gonna take me to the section, you know, the section. He like, come on. So like, me and Josh Childers, we walking. Me, Josh Childers, Dante Smith, we walking, man. Opened the door, man. Took me to the back, like outside, like get out. was like, I don't know if it was like a picture out, like, nigga, don't let this little nigga in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They put the head out.
So I'm like, nigga, fuck you, nigga. I'm in here, fuck bitch ass nigga. I ain't coming here no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like, it was funny as hell. So I like, boom, damn, how I'm getting this bitch. I can't. It was like 112 across the street. So I'm like, shit. I'm with Jermaine Dupri. So shit, I'm about to get out the car. He like, hold on, young fella, hold on. So I'm like, man, what's up? Why we ain't, you know what I'm saying? He like, shit, let these folk go in real quick. So I look to the right, but it's like 60 people. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell going on? It's like 30 niggas, 30 girls, like no exaggeration. You know what I'm saying? All these big ass pieces, medallion pieces and shit, BMF then, but it's like all kind of crazy pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the fuck? So we go in there. We go in there with like Nelly and. So once they get in, they let them in, no pat downs, none of that shit. So like,
know the vibes.
Normally, like, I'm guessing like JD probably wasn't tripping at that moment, but he was like, man, ain't nobody, y'all ain't checking none of my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we ain't showing ID, none of that shit. So he was bugging because he like, damn, they ain't gonna let them niggas, they ain't let all these niggas in with those. So he like, shit, fuck this shit, I'm finna go ham. So shit, we get in. Now I'm like, I'm really in this bitch. So we got there, we go in the section. Now I'm in that section, I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
You know, I want one of them niggas like, see me, watch me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm sitting down like, trying to like see what's going on, see the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm young, you know what I'm saying? So I look across the thing and they got the whole, it's like, bro, it's like a big ass section over there, like, but it's like different sections. They had the whole spot over there though. It was like probably like 8 sections over that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they just over there, bitch. I'm like, damn, like, oh, okay, these are BMF niggas. I'm like, shit, because it's like you got like understand like when we used to have them meetings. You know, we had them meetings every year with the NBA security and all that stuff. They had it on that shit. Like, look, man, like you see these people, man. Go the other way, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they putting fear in your heart already, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you like, what the fuck going on? So, man, you see the unmarked black cars, some shit like that, man, you been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this when I was young and single, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I pulled up, I used to like, I was young, so like, I wasn't dealing with no girls my age, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 18, they like 26, 27. Right. I ain't seen nobody my age. So I pull up to her house. She live on the east side. I pull up, man. I see a little black Corvette in the driveway. So I pull into the cul-de-sac up. Hey, man, who the hell, you know what I'm saying? Who the hell, who at your house? She like, oh, my sister and her little friend. I said, oh, okay, shit, I'm going to get with you later on. You know what I'm saying? I would fuck that. Yeah. I had heard what was going on, man. Shit, it was no reason for me to need folks to cross paths. Man, shit, I would pie, bro. Hey, man, I'm going to catch you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You know what I mean? Hey, for real,
the black vet said no go.
Yeah, but I seen they had a full ass run, boy.
Nah, for real.
Especially in Atlanta. I mean, I'm watching the series now, and I'm like, I want to see how it started because when it was like 03, like that era, man, that year, them years,
Jeezy era,
they had Atlanta on, and they had Atlanta on in the chokehold. Yeah. They really was about to, like, Jeezy was about to help them. You know what I'm saying? Get on, but he just didn't. It was happening too slow.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. They probably had a bigger following than every sports team in Atlanta at the same time. The Falcons, the Hawks, BMF was bigger than all. They had billboards and shit.
Man, yeah, nah. It was, I think they weren't bigger than Vic. Nobody was bigger than Mike Vick.
Absolutely not.
Nobody was bigger than Mike Vick.
He was the man?
He was the fucking man.
When did Vic leave Atlanta, though?
He was the man. Whenever that dog fight, it was after BMF, though.
Yeah, that might be an 05, 06, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a little after BMF.
He was running with them,
it was
shit.
like BMF, boom, then it was the Mike Vick
tough.
shit right after that shit.
Mike
But
Vick
he
was
had,
bigger
like,
just
bro, you
because
remember
he
his
was a global
shoes, dog?
superstar.
You remember his shoes?
Come on, the high top Nikes with the straps? Come on.
The
bro.
commercial
Like, he
was so hard.
He was the Allen Iverson of football
bullshit.
in Atlanta.
Mike Vick was the guy.
Like, bro, like I remember I was younger and man, I used to see him, man. I used to be in the nosebleed, bro. It'd be sold out. People used to love to see that man.
Legend.
Legend.
And Mike Vick he had Atlanta on smash for sure.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Great way to end it. Great story. Great guest. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Like, share, subscribe, all that cool shit. Catch y'all next time.
Sure.
Yes, sir.